Smythe host of the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.
Welcome to Team Podcast episode 054. My name is Nash, host of Team Podcast. And with me, as always, we got Wells of the Horseplay Podcast.
What's going on?
And on the ones and twos, we got the great DJ Smythe.
Not a DJ.
What is going on, guys? Happy NBA trade deadline day.
NBA trade deadline day.
It
is like a national holiday here for the team, isn't it? It is the most exciting of the deadline. There's so much rumors, so much stuff going on, and this year was no different.
It's more about the rumors. I don't think anything. Well, one huge thing's happened, but nothing really huge happened.
A lot of mid-tier, a lot of pieces moved around. Not so many superstars, which isn't normal on deadline day. Deadline day, you get one or two big deals and a bunch of crappy cap stuff. I think the cap stuff is just better players.
Yeah, the buyouts are gonna be crazy, but we'll get into that a little later. Anyway, what's going on with your guys' week? What's going on? Any issues with the TTC this week, Wells?
Yeah.
Yesterday,
but
still the same issues.
It is what it is, bro.
Yesterday, same old, man. It's just as soon as like the weather is bad, they're just like everyone
forgets how to do everything.
It's terrible, man.
We can't fix it. It's snowing outside.
What?
Absolutely horrid. So, any stories for the week for you guys?
Ice storm. Ice storm came and I canceled
every week. It's always about weather.
Hey man, I can't help it.
You're like a cabbie.
I work on the road. I can't help it. I just can't. I was like, I called everyone. I was like, hey man, I'm not coming to see you today.
I work on the road. I go out there.
Well, that's because you're a savage. That's you are, sir. I was like, sorry, I'm not coming to see you.
I heard they canceled schools yesterday in like Halton. Like,
well, because the roads are slippery. Freezing rain stops everything because they're afraid of buses crashing.
FedEx canceled.
Well, you can cancel buses.
Yeah, well, they didn't close schools. Oh no,
yeah, they did. My sister had to get off work to go pick up my niece because they're wussies.
Yeah, FedEx canceled all their deliveries.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. They are wussies. Yeah. It wasn't even that bad.
It was not that bad. I went out around 2.
Toronto's becoming a soft city.
That was in Toronto. Toronto was fine.
Nothing closed in Toronto.
Yeah, schools.
No, FedEx canceled their deliveries.
Oh, sorry.
That's FedEx.
Yeah.
That's not Toronto. That's FedEx.
Sorry,
schools were still operating in Toronto. It's like the suburbs that are soft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, sorry. Is it fair to say GTA is getting a soft city?
Yeah.
Or GTA is getting a soft area?
I mean,
for those who don't know, the Greater Toronto area.
I feel like there would fear from what happened last time. And there was 18 feet of snow. And they just couldn't do anything. They were like, oh, no.
But it wasn't 18.
It's going to be bad again. They just shut everything down.
Man, you guys are just getting soft, man. Back in my day, we walked 12 miles barefoot up and down.
Up a hill.
Oh, up and down? I went uphill twice. Yeah,
uphill both ways.
But, like, we have the technology now to track this weather to, like, be prepared for it.
Do we?
Well, I mean, they're always right. They're always right when we have a storm coming.
Yeah.
But then, like, how do we not be proactive?
If there's 2 feet of snow coming, what do you do to
prepare?
Be proactive. Salt the snow, salt the roads.
You don't have enough machines to do it.
Yeah, you do. This is like 5 times a year you need these guys to come out.
Yeah, no, but I don't think there's enough to do it all at once. You want
why, man? Just get ready.
I get it.
Gear up.
Just need more.
Have everyone on standby. Get ready. Gear it up.
This is like
everyone salt the roads now.
Yeah, or like get a militia or something to like start up.
Remember that time they called in the army?
Yeah,
that was my favorite. That was my favorite.
I remember because my friend lived in Edmonton, and she was like, "I think you guys had like 2 feet of snow." They called it the army. I was like, "Yeah,
no, that
sounds about right. It's exactly what happened, actually."
Mel Lastman's an idiot. So.
That sounds about right. So, yeah, it's Armageddon. It's Wintergeddon, Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon was last week. I want to know what clever name Smythe has this week.
So.
Yeah, Ice-ageddon. I don't know.
It's crazy here in the big smoke in Toronto.
Not really.
No, it's not. Not really at all. Any other stories from your week, Smythe?
No, nothing good happened.
You guys are boring.
I'm waiting for recommended warrants. I gotta go first.
Well, I mean, like, okay.
Why do you have to go first?
Because you know what to say.
I have no idea what you're gonna say. But anyway, wait. But anyway, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what you're gonna say now. But I want to pose a question to you guys.
Yep.
All right. So, somebody gives you $300 million to make a movie.
Yeah.
All right? $300 million to make a movie. But the caveat is it has to bomb.
Why does it have to bomb?
Because it makes the question fun.
Yeah.
It has to bomb. $300 million to make a movie
exactly
to bomb. What would you make, Wells?
You want me to go first or you want to go first?
You go first.
A $300 biopic on Harvey Weinstein.
I don't know if that will bomb.
Everyone will watch
Why?
it though.
I don't know if that'll bomb.
Maybe on
Watch
home
it.
video, it'll
I
be a
wanna
cult
watch it.
classic.
I want to watch it.
But like, how do you want to make a disaster? I don't know. Like, it depends on who you hire and how the
Yeah.
production is. It's
Yeah.
not always about.
I think people will be interested to understand what happened like behind the scenes and stuff like that. I don't know if that will bomb. Yeah. You got one? You got one?
Yes.
Go. 'Cause I have the
Dude, where's my avatar? Boom.
What? You have to explain that, please.
Crazy movie. Stoners travel throughout time to the land where Avatar came out, trying to find out where they left their lost Avatar blue character. It will be horrible and it'll be epic. It's two epic movies crashing together to make something that no one will ever want to see.
So is it a crossover?
Yes. Definitely a crossover.
So it's like it picks up with the guys from Do Where's My Car, and
Which I've never watched. Shame on me.
and they travel to the land of Avatar, wherever
looking
that was.
for their avatar.
What's that planet called?
I don't know.
Pandora.
Pandora, there you go.
Yeah, Pandora.
That movie was terrible, man.
Yeah.
I never understood how it made so much money and how it's like so regarded that they're doing like what 4 or 5
more.
sequels.
Yeah, but they've been saying that for how many years now?
But
No,
it's
he's
actually
actually
happening.
doing it.
But
He's
I
actually
don't
doing it.
understand. Like, did you guys like the movie?
At first, I thought it was cool, but as it goes on, you're like,
And then you
I
watch
saw it in
it.
the theater and I was
No,
like,
I did.
okay, the visuals were cool, but like, this is Pocahontas.
Pocahontas,
This is Pocahontas with like a bridge, like figuring out how he got to it.
I thought of what's the one where
Dance with the Wolf.
Brad Pitt goes with the Asians.
Not Brad Pitt. You're talking Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Last Samurai?
Last Samurai. That's what
Same
I thought
thing.
of.
Same
right
thing.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Fish shadow whatnot.
All right, my movie would be a live action Caillou.
Wow. You're so, yes. Power bomb.
People immediately be like, I am not watching that. Because they hate that kid. That whiny kid.
He is a whiny kid, man.
How do you know that song?
Because I watched it. Power bomb.
Shout out to Stu Watts, we always called the Caillou because he kind of looked like him.
Oh, yeah? I didn't even think about that. Stu Watts has hair, though.
I just saying he kind of looks like
Like,
him. I
kinda
didn't say he
thing?
was a clone.
All right.
Yeah, I'll post a picture of Steve Watson.
All right, so let's go into some recommended warns. You go first, Walls, because you know
No.
what I was going to say.
Oh, let him go first, man. I don't mind.
Yay.
All right, go.
Go ahead.
Just dropped Apex Legends.
Wow, shocking.
Huge recommend.
That was a huge recommend. It's fun.
Well, here's why, and you wouldn't know because you don't play all the games, but it takes the best of Overwatch, Fortnite, Blackout, and it mashes them all together to build something that everyone could play, but you need a lot of skill to be good at it. So people,
My only beef with this game is, and it's fun. I've played it. I played last night with you guys, and I played it. My only beef with this game is it's a copy.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
copy.
original at all.
It's not original. It's Fortnite. It's a copy.
It's not Fortnite. I think of all
without
the
the building. Sorry, without
of
the
all the like battle royale games, I think it copies PUBG more than anything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like there's certain elements of its own that okay, whatever. But like it's actually I think it's far from Fortnite. Like the only thing is just battle royale. That's it,
Yeah.
right? And there's like
The game
colored
concepts.
tiered like shield, but like
loot and stuff.
I don't know. It's okay. Like it's fun.
It's fun.
It's new. It's a shiny new toy right now.
Yeah.
But people are saying how it's gonna be the death of Fortnite. I'm like, no shot.
It's a copy.
The
That's
only reason why it compares is because it takes something where every character is different. Like in Fortnite, essentially everyone's the same person, right? You jump in, everyone has the exact same
Yeah,
parts.
but that's cool.
Right.
That's what makes it like
Even.
a lot closer.
Everyone
Yeah.
is the same on the same
So,
level.
Overwatch, which I always say is one of the most popular games, it's different.
It is a
because
very popular game.
All the characters are completely different. And this game takes completely different characters and drops them into Fortnite now, right? The communication's better. The presentation's just as smooth as Blackout, because Blackout's 10 times smoother than PUBG, which is why PUBG, it's gone.
Now, do you guys ever play World of Warcraft or StarCraft?
Yeah.
So all the characters were different, but the difference is they're essentially the same. It's just whoever you mastered, but they're all completely different the way they worked.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're all even. This game, I feel, if you can master, there's gonna be certain
Sure.
guys that stand out that are gonna be clearly better than the other guys.
It depends on, because there's certain characters that are better for different things. If you have a team,
I know,
like,
but I
everyone's-
think there's gonna be certain advantages. Like once people figure it out, this guy
they'll
or
have
that
it.
guy is gonna be the best, and everyone's gonna use them. Like I think it's just
the concept of the game is that they're going to keep introducing new
Yeah, they
characters,
said that.
and then so you're always building, you're always trying new things, and the meta always changes. Which what Overwatch always has is they'll make a change to the game, and it changes completely who the characters are you throw on if you want to win consistently.
Yeah.
I think this game has that element in it, and it also has battle royale, which people love.
And the biggest thing you're missing, it's free.
Yes, yes.
But what I don't like about what I've already noticed so far is there are certain players that are unlockable that they want you to pay to play for it, get, right?
I looked at it, I was like, I'm not paying for this.
Which I don't like. That's kind of chintzy. Like the microtransactions in Fortnite are all cosmetic, and you don't have to buy anything. You could play and be just as good as anyone else.
Yeah.
Whereas in this game, there's 2 characters that you need to unlock, and they have like one guy just like phases from one end to the other, and I'm like, well, I have to pay to get that, so that kind of cheesed me a bit.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
right.
that could turn people off. So
it's a pay to win concept, basically, with those extra characters.
Yeah. Anyway, you got any warrants?
No.
Nothing. Wells, what do you got?
Just one recommend this week. I'm like movies again, man. Like last week was a movie I recommended, and then this week I saw a movie that I actually thought was going to be actually terrible, but I gave it a shot, and it might be one of my favorite movies I've seen in the last year. It's called Overlord.
Yes, that's on my list.
The J.J. Abrams produced movie. I thought this was gonna be trash.
Really?
It was supposed to be like Nazi zombies and stuff.
Yeah.
So, anyways, man, big recommend.
Yeah,
Probably the best opening.
I heard it's crazy
Best opening
for like 20 minutes.
to a war movie since Saving Private Ryan,
Yeah.
and that includes the Dunkirk one from last year.
Wow.
Ooh, I'm watching that. Yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
I just maybe because I had such low expectations, I didn't think it'd be that good, but it was nonstop. It was fun. It was a great movie.
Better than Polar?
Oh my god, this is actually original. Like, I mean, it's a very original. Like,
Well, it's Wolfenstein.
no, it's not, man. Like, you have to watch.
I'm gonna watch it.
You have to watch and understand what it actually
okay.
is.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. No, I'm gonna. Yeah,
Part Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it was fun, man. It was just fun. It was like violent, fun. So if you guys are looking for something like that, go ahead. Overlord. I think it's streaming now on any device.
Yes.
So get at it.
All right, cool.
And no warrant, no hate today.
No hate. I got some hate today. I recommend 8th grade.
Like doing it over again?
Finish it?
Yeah, doing it over again.
Adam Sandler style?
The movie 8th grade. I'm always like amazed at child actors and how they can get stuff out of them. It's just really, really cool. Especially if you have children, I'd recommend watching it and stuff like that. You guys remember the movie A Perfect World with Kevin Costner?
No.
Came out in 1993. This was after Dance with Wolves and whatnot. Really, really underrated movie. It's directed by Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood was in it. Laura Dane's in it. Sorry, it came out in 1994 because that was the same year that Jurassic Park came out. I remember watching it when it came out, and then somebody again I was listening to a podcast and they mentioned it. I was like, I remember that movie, so I watched it last night. Really good, very underrated movie. And for Yay on Instagram, on YouTube, I knew about these guys. You've probably seen it. They're like Toronto black guys, Toronto comedians. They have their like beards and stuff like that. They make a lot of videos and stuff, especially with like Drake and stuff like that. I just discovered the vlog now. They've been doing this vlog for like 4 years, and I just discovered it, and I can't stop watching it. Like, I just keep going back. They're really funny. The vlog, the way they edit it, way better than anybody else does it. It's just high quality and stuff like that. So I recommend that. For Ye, the number 4, YE. Those are my recommends. My warn.
Oh man, this guy is just.
Yeah.
What happened?
My warn is Polar.
What?
Let's talk about that. We've all seen Polar now, right?
Yeah, man.
We've all seen
I
Polar.
don't know about the listeners, but.
All right. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. This movie is straight trash.
Yeah, well, that's not a spoiler.
Like
I told you guys that.
from the jump. Like, okay.
How many movies you want to rip off of?
Oh my goodness. So there was like Suicide Squad in there. Every time they introduced it, they brought this.
Well, that's
flashy
not a
title
Suicide
card.
Squad.
Nah, but okay. In recent memory,
I remember Suicide Squad was so bad they did it twice.
they introduced the characters twice.
Yeah.
The main character, I guess he's supposed to be the John Wick type guy. He's introduced as a smart guy, but he does a lot of stupid things. Like the fact that he was
choose this role.
That too. The fact that he was sending money to that girl, played by not Jennifer Hudson. What's her name?
Not the girl.
No, it's an actual famous girl.
know.
Anyway, but whatever.
Apparently not.
The fact that he was sending money to that address, I'm like, people can track you down and stuff like that. Like, again, he was supposed to be a smart character, did a lot of stupid things. The whole scene when he was in the bed.
Oh, Vanessa Hudgens.
Excuse me, that's it. And
The steamy scene?
Yeah, when he was having sex with that girl.
Steamy scene.
Whatever. It was stupid too. I don't know. It's just the unbelievableness of that whole scene, and the fact that usually that group of assassins all come at once, and for some reason they left the redheaded guy out of the entire thing. You didn't even notice that, eh? The redheaded guy was gone.
Yeah.
Because he was left for later, so we can have a foot battle with him too.
Yeah, why?
The movie's just stupid.
See, like, I don't know. People
All around just dumb.
People just don't
Yeah,
make
like
films
where did they dig Richard Dreyfuss out of to come and film this like bit? And shout out to Johnny Knoxville, who's still alive, who's in this movie.
Oh yes, he was in the beginning. Yeah. That was dumb. And the guy from that British actor.
Okay, I want to know. You don't like it, but I want to know why you like it.
I just
You
thought,
know why he likes it. Because there's explosions and guns and stuff in it. That's why.
I just thought it was good fun. It was an hour and a half. It was a Netflix original movie. So, like, it's just some idea they came up with. It's not original. It's just new content that they came up with.
No, I understand what you said. Netflix original movie. They produced this. Yes, I know.
They just put together some fun content for us to watch as a movie. And I was like, oh my God, it's John Wick meets Suicide Squad meets Assassins meets, oh, this is pretty cool. I'm going to watch this. That's really what it
That
comes
was another thing I didn't like. Like, the character was, like, in a different world to everything else. Like, everything else was bright, beautiful colors. Every time he was there, it was drabby and dark.
Yeah, it's on purpose. The concept of, like, him...
I know it was done on purpose. It was poorly done.
Well, whatever. He just... I got it, and I liked it. I don't know. It was just... The concept of the movie, like, some guy pays contract killers to kill a contract killer, so they're gonna get penned. It's cool. It's a cool concept. Whatever.
Are you done?
I thought you wanted to say something else. So
No, I actually have a late Warren.
Oh, yeah, wait 1 sec. So the director was I was wondering, I was like, who the hell directed this? He was a music video director. He has like 175 credits.
A lot of people started off that way.
When I look at him, I'm like, oh, I get it now.
David Fincher did that.
I think he has David Fincher's a lot better than this guy. But he has like a bunch of short movies he does on Reddit, released on Reddit. But anyway, it was just straight
Big
garbage.
break. It's a big break.
It's not a big break. It's straight trash.
I anti-warn about this movie. I feel like people should watch
Oh, he's throwing up a cross.
Anyway, sorry. You have a late Warren there?
Yeah. So you're gonna have to get the bleep button out here, and it's not because I'm intentionally swearing.
Don't do it again.
Well, my Warren is the Instagram mega site or whatever, Jerry. And are you guys aware of what they're doing or what they've done?
No.
You mean the document with fire?
So yeah, they produced it, right?
Yeah.
But so what's happening now is there's like this whole backlash against them because they steal everyone's content and they don't pay for it.
Yeah.
But they are getting paid $30,000 an ad on their Instagram site or anything like that, and they don't give any of that money to anyone. And so a lot of comedians, a lot of actors have started the fuck Jerry hashtag. And I'm just saying I stopped following them.
I follow one of the guys. I'm unfollowed him already. When I found out he was in charge of that fire documentary, I unfollowed him right away.
Why?
I didn't care about that stuff, even though I heard they were sleazy about it afterwards.
No, they're sleazy. They're dirtbags.
But apparently they've lost 500,000 people already just through this, and then it's only going to catch on. So that's my warning is Jerry. Don't follow any of their stuff. Yo, I told you get ready. Told you gotta bleep it out, but like that's
Crispy Shots was the guy I followed, so I unfollowed him again. So
You can follow him right now as we speak.
no, I just looked up his Instagram.
Do you follow them?
I'm pretty sure I follow Jerry.
Unfollow it. He won't even say it, because he doesn't want to do any work. Jerry, unfollow him.
You know what? It's an explicit episode.
No, they're dirtbags.
But you should at least let it slip once so you can let people know that the message I'm trying to get across.
F Jerry site.
No, Jerry.
They're
Fuck Jerry.
Well, I told you have to watch Firefly to understand this. Watch
I
Firefly.
watched it.
You watch Firefly?
Yeah, and I don't care.
You don't
So
care?
you know what they
You
did?
don't care that they're ripping off people's content and getting paid for it?
Wait, so you knew what they did in Firefly, right?
Yeah.
What did they do?
They handled the marketing. They did the whole campaign.
Yeah.
That's not what they did.
What did they do?
No,
The guy who was in charge, they threw him under the bus.
Yeah, well, they defended for themselves. Not only did they do the marketing, but they knew that it was going downhill, and they just kept...
The guy they put over there to Firefly, hey, you're going to work on Firefly. They threw him in the bus and told it was him. He did it, not us.
Yeah.
That's That's pretty crappy, dude.
And also, well, amongst
As an employee?
stealing
Yes.
content and
Stealing
making
content,
bank
yeah.
off it. So once
That's pretty
again,
shady. Again, the Netflix fire. Again, we're talking about this. The Netflix fire was produced by
Jerry.
You guys are never going to hear this episode. It's not coming out.
He's just gonna delete the whole part.
So that Netflix special is a hey,
Jerry production.
and it wasn't our fault type thing. He's saying it, right?
I'm
Welsh is rolling. Smythe is rolling his eyes,
just
typing on
cutting
her.
this whole section and then putting a different
You
section.
ever see those rap videos where it
Yeah.
says nothing but swear, but they just blank it out? So you'd be like,
Or
"You
they
are
change-
rolling down the street."
They changed the lyrics to something like softcore. Like I heard that Marshmallow Logic song when I was watching the Fortnite concert, and he was like, "I work hard every mother effing day," but like in the song, he's like, "I work hard every day." Yay. I'm like, what? Like they still do this?
On the rare occasion, it actually sounds better when they bleep it. Because I know Rick Ross. Oh, God damn it! I know Rick Ross had this track. Where I was like, I didn't know it was a swear. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it sounds better the other way.
You're like, wait a
without the swears. I was like,
Played
what
it 100 times without
guys
the
are
swear,
old.
and then you heard the one time with the swear word in it.
do you mean we're old?
It's another thing from another day.
All right. Hey, right? Are there any other recommends and warrants? guys?
No.
No. You got anything else?
No, man, I'm good.
You don't want to throw in another one?
No.
All right. Just off the top, Frank Robinson died today at 83.
A legend.
Legend goes down with the extinguished. He was the only MLB player to win MVP in both leagues, both national and American. 2-time World Series, 14-time All-Star.
First African American manager?
Yes, in baseball.
First African American manager in baseball, yes. Just legend. Managed for many baseball teams. Played for Cincinnati Reds and the what was the other team?
Baltimore Orioles.
Baltimore Orioles. Excuse me. Thank you. And the Baltimore Orioles. So very sad day in baseball. Just wanted to get that off at the top. Do you guys want to say anything about it?
Right.
No, man. Before my time, but
Yeah.
still recognize what he did. Paved the way for future coaches, and being MVP in both leagues. It ain't easy
That's
to
crazy.
do.
Yeah. So
He's done well.
just want to get that out of the way. And let's moving on to the Super Bowl, which seems like it was so far
It
long
was,
ago.
man, and
It's
it
so
was
funny. I was like, was that this Sunday that happened?
It seems so far ago. Anyway, so
If you guys never talk about football on this show, we always do at the same time.
man, it was a whopping 98 days since the city of Boston won their last championship. Oh man, I don't know how they do it. They go for so long in between
without
championships.
winning.
It's
So-
Well,
crazy.
guys, this was New England, all right? New England.
Well, I guess. Well, still
So
Boston.
Connecticut,
Yeah.
New Hampshire,
They get it
Maine.
too. They get that championship. as well.
They are all celebrating. And, they're not even playing Boston, man. They play in
Well,
Foxborough.
a lot of football teams. New York football teams don't play in New York.
I know they play in New Jersey.
They play in New Jersey.
Final
So
Boston
It's the
again.
Boston GTA, I guess, but it is 45 minutes out of Boston. Anyways, yes.
Yeah, that's fine. But
the
anyway.
surrounding, the New England faithful got another championship.
another,
And we know it's, 18 and 12 years or something, or 12 and 18 years. I don't know. We get it.
Now,
I was so curious. What would it be like to live in a city like that? Were you just winning championship
I don't
after
really care
championship?
anymore. You just don't care anymore. Like the parade, you're like, oh, we'll go.
Like, can you get
Because
excited
when
about
you're
it?
good, don't you have like a
A euphoria about it? I guess.
Huh?
A euphoria about it? Like you're always happy? Euphoria.
no, I mean like you have like a standard to uphold.
Expectation.
Yeah, like that's like whenever you see like a Pats fan and they lose, they always come with some sort of excuse, right? So
Every
it's like
time.
it's like they never lost. Like, oh wow, good job to that team who beat us. There's
No, it's
always
like,
an excuse.
This is what happens. This is why.
So that's what the city of Boston has become. If you didn't like them before, you probably hate them now.
So the Pats won 13-3. Good Pats or bad Rams, Smythe?
It's got to be bad Rams. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. No defense is that good. The Rams are scoring.
It pretty much looked like it was that
The
good.
Rams are scoring 30 points a game through 18 weeks, and then 3.
And this.
It's uncalled for. But like final boss and a scared coach. That's what happens, man.
You
I
can't
don't
talk
think he was
about
ready.
Tom Brady. He did nothing this game.
What?
He did nothing.
He did nothing this game.
What do you do? You threw for 268.
He did. Oh wow,
No.
what a game!
What's wrong with 268? It's not a
Nothing.
bad game by any means.
No, but that's the first thing you say. It's not Edelman caught 140 yards or Gronk caught an amazing catch at the end.
Like,
I know, but that was the first name you said. He said final boss, but like he didn't do anything. Like we got to recognize the defense did all the work.
Final boss is the Patriots. The final boss isn't just Tom Brady.
Okay.
Oh, because before you said it was Tom Brady.
No, I said Tom Brady leads final boss. He is the final boss. But like the team is the Patriots. Being the Patriots is the unbeatable mission.
Okay.
If Tom Brady played on the Carolina Panthers, it's not the same.
Maybe Belichick
machine.
is the final boss then.
Maybe.
Belichick probably should have got the MVP in that game, but
really,
yeah.
Here's the thing.
Is it really?
I thought it should have been the crowd for putting up with that.
You're right on that one.
Did you see a fancy defensive scheme that they ran that slowed the Rams down? No.
Yeah. There was nobody open.
This
They
almost
covered the
felt.
receivers.
This almost felt like this game was like thrown. Like this was, as in like the Rams just like gave up.
They didn't show up.
They didn't show up.
Like
they didn't change anything.
I don't understand. This is the biggest game of their lives.
They didn't do anything.
And like you had guys like Todd Gurley who talks crap all year on Instagram and like everything, and he's always first to make a joke. Where was he? That guy was Casper.
He didn't peek.
He was Casper.
He didn't speak during media week.
Jared Goff, the second anyone came up to him, he ran away. He didn't know what to do. Sean McVay, like, you know,
he lost the
like
game.
Everyone was lining up with his penis in their mouth and like and what did he do? Like he did nothing.
He said he was outcoached. He literally went to a podium and said he outcoached me.
But
which is kind of rare for a coach.
Did the Patriots, like when they played the Chiefs, the Pats played the Chiefs, you saw the inside two guys were stunting, going back and forth. All they cared about was pressure coming this way. The outside guys, they came wide because they wanted to run up the middle. That's what they wanted.
You know you're making hand gestures and these people can't hear you.
I know. What I'm saying though, they said Mahomes, go up the middle. They were trying to get him to go up the middle the whole game. They had a plan. When you look at what they did to Jared Goff, what did they do?
They stopped them. Nobody was open.
They played regular defense?
My only thing with the Rams is they didn't adjust. They didn't do anything. They kept on throwing the same thing at them over and over again. Halftime, they did the same thing. Pats were playing a little bit of zone there. They completely shut them down. Their offense didn't really do anything, but Edelman was moving up and down the field pretty good.
Look, the Patriots moved the ball fine.
Yeah, they scored, what, one touchdown?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's fine.
The ball moved fine. It wasn't 8 million yards. It wasn't 12 touchdowns. But it wasn't like the Pats were going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
No, that was the Rams' job.
Yes. Right? I don't know, man.
Honestly, man, the highlight of the whole game was...
The highlight?
I was getting into it.
Big boy riding up the Cadillac in the halftime show?
No, it was... We'll get to that. But no, it was the 65-yard punt by Johnny Hecker, which just kept rolling. That was it. That was like, wow, that was the only crap moment.
Yeah, man, I just didn't see the Rams do anything. Like, Pats tried to give it to Hogan a couple times. Nothing.
Yeah. Like, if we didn't have a drinking game associated with this Super Bowl, we would have been scratching our eyes, yelling at each other.
Very sober.
Like, we wouldn't be friends anymore because...
Now, you see, okay, so we played a drinking game, kids. So we all went to a bar, a bunch of other friends, too, as well. It was up on the Instagram Live and whatnot. So we played a drinking game. Kudos to you on this one, Wells, because that drinking game. So basically, what we did is we have two different cards. There's two different colors, orange and yellow. The yellow card would take one drink. The orange card would take two drinks. Now, on every card, it would have something like, say, for example, Edelman touches the ball,
which is a hot card.
Yeah, which was a very hot card. So that was a yellow card. So if you had that card in your possession, you would take that card and give it to somebody, and they have to take a drink.
In the bar. Anyone in the bar.
In the bar. Any in the bar. Basically, our table is going amongst our table. Wells had a couple other guys around, and he's giving it anyway. But what that game does, it forces you to watch the game. Because everyone's looking to see, when can I give my card? So it forces you to watch the game. That's why I say kudos to you on that game. I think we should adopt that every year. So even people that wouldn't be normally on their phone and whatnot, they're watching the game. So that was a great game. Anyway, back to the game as we see it. So you're basically saying good Pats, bad Rams.
No, I'm saying bad Pats, bad Rams. That was garbage, man. That was boring compared to what we had last year. We got spoiled. Compared to what we had in the conference championships, we got very spoiled.
Super Bowls there are a lot of bad Super Bowls though.
Here's the problem.
Not really, man. Like the last one I think last year was great, man.
Last year was all offense.
Yeah.
This year was all defense.
And the year before with the comeback, like at least it was like there was scoring and then the fourth quarter was bonkers, right? Like I don't know. For the most part, Super Bowls are pretty good.
Now, my only pushback to you guys is the whole game you were thinking, the game's going to break out now. Oh, it didn't. oh, it's gonna break out now. Oh,
like at least
no,
it was close.
Like
right?
the whole time you were thinking something was gonna happen and you were anticipating it. It's just at the end,
To be honest,
nothing happened. And
I
you're like,
enjoyed watching that game because
don't
at
know.
one play could have won that game at any time.
Like,
that's not a lot of times
okay.
Super Bowl, and the next play could win the Super
okay,
Bowl.
during the game you were thinking that, but when it was all said and done, you were like, nothing happened.
Yeah, so I get what
I
you're
enjoyed-
saying.
I
It was
enjoyed the fact that we watched
whether
that
it
for
was
4 quarters.
it was a close game. So like it's like we couldn't not watch it.
Yes.
And I'll give it that, but like, you know, for someone who bet on the Rams and the over and none of it was even close, like it was tough to watch, man. Like it was tough to watch the two best teams in the NFL like
But
When I look
put
back
on
at-
that
yeah,
show.
yeah.
And, it made me
put on a
mad that
stinker.
we should have had the Saints there instead because I bet you they would put up a better show.
Now, based on that, will the Rams be back?
No. No. Statistically, and if you look at history, it's very hard. It's hard for the Patriots to go back, but since
Yeah.
they're in such a crappy
It's
division,
not hard for them to go back. 'Cause
well,
they
since
go
they're
back.
such a crappy division,
They got to win 2 games to get there. They got to
Yeah.
beat 2 good teams, and more times than
Yeah,
not.
so
apparently-
they have a way better chance getting back than a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Since-
they'll
'cause
get the
their
bye. They'll win 2 games and they'll be there.
Rams
Like,
definitely will not. It's
You think it's done? It's not. This is the start of something.
no,
special.
they're
This is it.
gonna start winning again. But it's if you look at history, the Rams won't even make the playoffs based on history.
Yeah.
I think they will. I don't see a
Who's
reason
gonna?
why they-
Yeah, who's gonna like
Some team's gonna jump up.
in the West?
Yeah, some team's gonna jump up. A team you're not thinking. I guarantee you.
In the
Cardinals.
West.
Cardinals gonna come back.
Oh, in the West. Sorry, no, in the West. He's talking about the division.
I don't know.
Because the division winner is in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
who's gonna beat them? Seattle, maybe.
Seattle, maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
Seattle. Yeah, Seattle. Actually, I think it is Seattle.
Seattle's a
I think Seattle.
Too much hype.
Anyway,
Seattle.
save that for next September.
Yeah, it probably will be Seattle. Anything else from the game that stood out to you guys? Edelman got MVP. Deserved.
Well deserved.
I don't know, man.
He was the best player on the field. He's the guy.
I mean,
he came
when
to
you
ball.
had to sort through everything that happened, sure.
I can't really. It should have gone to a defensive player, but I can't really pick out one. Yeah, that's a
Well, they gave it to Malcolm Butler the year that he made the interception
Yeah.
at the 1 yard line.
But he made an interception.
So why didn't they give
Control
it to Stephen Gilmore, who intercepted Goff on
I
that
guess,
air
yeah.
ball? Which, as soon as it was
was a bad
thrown,
throw.
it was
It
thrown,
was a
I was,
bad throw. Yeah,
the second it was thrown, I go, that's a pick.
That's the only reason I wouldn't. It was a bad throw. It's
Yeah,
like,
fair
oh
enough.
man.
Endelman's the only guy. I guess Gronk came the ball too.
Gronk had the biggest catch of the whole.
I feel like you have to appreciate because Gronk blocks. Gronk was blocking.
Yeah,
all
no,
playoff.
like Gronk had a good
monster.
game. If he got a touchdown, he would have got it. But he had the best catch of the game, the most important catch of the game, to get them to the 2 yard line. So Michelle had a pretty good game too. He had the touchdown. He ran for what, 90 yards or something. I don't know.
That was his worst playoff game.
Who?
Michelle.
Yeah, and it was a good game.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, go on.
I to me, the Pats could be very well back next year. Michelle's young. If Gronk still plays, Gronk isn't old. Endelman just runs to the middle and catches the ball and gets hit. Like
Yeah,
whatever.
look, man.
Your
We don't
pieces
need
are all
need to pump the
No,
tires of the Pats anymore.
I mean, the
We
Rams.
don't. We don't.
The Rams, I think, will not be back, but the Pats might be back.
Yeah, so that was about the future of that. Where does this put the Patriots' legacy, though? Hey, we're gonna pump it a little bit more.
Oh, my
We're gonna
God,
pump it a little
man.
bit.
Number 1, Tom Brady has as many rings as the Steelers.
Tom Brady alone has as many rings as the Steelers. You hear that? You hear that? Will?
Well, it's true. Like it's a fact.
It's the most ridiculous thing we've ever seen.
And Bill Belichick has
Same.
No, he has more. He went with the Giants.
As a coach, not as a something else, as assistant
Defensive
coach.
coordinator.
Oh, that's cool. But
I think he has 2 more
Yeah.
than Tom Brady does.
I mean, it's the Pats are the greatest football team that ever lived.
Yeah. Have they ever?
They don't have the single greatest team, I don't think.
Well, the year that they went
Well,
perfect,
the year that
and
they went
lost.
perfect and
They
lost
not
on
win
the
the Super
throw.
Bowl.
That
That
was
was-
probably one of the best teams ever, but they didn't win the Super
Yeah.
Bowl, so I don't know if that counts or anything. Have they defended the title yet?
No,
No.
they have won back to back.
Yes, they won 3
No.
or 4. Yes,
They've
they
gone
have.
back to back. They haven't won.
Yeah, they've gone back to back. They won 3 or 4. So they've
What year
gone
was
back
that?
to back once. Their first 3.
The first 3. I thought it was more spread out.
It was like 2001,
No,
2006. I don't know, man. Like the Steelers won 4 in a row in the 70s, so.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there for that, so I can't appreciate it. But yeah, sure, they're the best team ever in the history of sports. Blah blah blah. Next topic.
Greatest team sports. Next topic. Yeah, I'm just giving this quick googs.
They are.
What do you want to look up?
Patriots. Look up the Patriots wins.
Okay, you keep talking.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. I'm the guy
Googles,
behind the
the
glass
Googles,
over
yeah.
here.
Because to me, if they haven't won back to back, that's not a dynasty to me. I don't count that.
Oh, come on, man.
Nope,
Like,
I don't count that. You must, to me, to be a dynasty, and this is just me.
You're alone on this, so
No, there's a lot of people that say that.
no.
like I hate them, but I can't deny history.
To call them a dynasty, like just to me, the Spurs, they're not a dynasty. They've never won back to back.
Yeah, they went back to back 2003 and 4.
Okay, they're a dynasty. And you were right, 2004. Then they are a dynasty. That's one caveat to me. You have to win a back to back.
I'm sure. I mean,
Michael Jordan did it.
I call the Chicago Blackhawks dynasty. They never won it back to back.
No, they're not a dynasty to me.
There was a time they won 3 or 5. That's as good as it gets in
To me.
hockey.
That's just me. You know what I mean? Other people want to call it dynasty or whatever.
I think if you win 3 in a 5-year span, that counts. Even 3 in a 6-year span, that counts. And if you're always in the conversation, like if 1 year you don't make the playoffs, then no, it doesn't count. But if you're on the doorstep and you're winning every other year or whatever, then like you own it.
So this was the lowest football rating since 2010, I believe it
The
was.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, excuse me. So it's low Super Bowl rating. You want to make a guess what the rating was?
It was 90 something, 98, 99.
Yeah. Rating of 441. So 400 million, something like that.
Huh?
41 million, something like that.
No. It was like 98 million viewers, or something like that.
Oh, sorry. This is the actual. No, sorry. That's the U.S. thing. Sorry. Yeah,
Actually,
you're right.
no.
You're right. That's the U.S.
And it's the first time it's been under
taking-
100 million since 2009.
That's a point share. That's not
right.
actual
Wow.
viewership. That's a point share. I mean, 98 million. Oh my god.
Well, it's still going to be the most viewed program of the
Well,
year by a
remember-
long shot.
Kids.
You
Anytime.
don't count streams. You gotta be
No, I understand.
always forget that.
98.2 estimated
you're right.
viewers.
I'm looking at the point. I'm looking at the point share. You're right.
The league is more popular than it's ever been. They don't count people that don't have cable
I know.
that are watching.
Every program does. But kids, when people talk about lower ratings in football, don't believe them because it's really high. It's just low for their standards. So
Well,
it's
I mean,
really
it's
high.
like any business when you see numbers go down.
Yeah.
It's a concern, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Problem
still
is,
high. It's still the highest.
People aren't watching TV. That's all it is. Don't get it twisted. There's more people watching NFL than ever before. They're just not on their televisions anymore.
Well, did you hear?
It's just more accessible.
Yeah, do you hear the Saints? So compared to last year, half of the people in New Orleans were watching the Super Bowl because they said they're going to boycott it. I think there was actually a channel that replayed a Super Bowl from past. So
The one they won?
Yeah, the one they won. So they actually boycotted as a city. They boycotted the Super Bowl.
How much sour grapes is that?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Halftime show. Loved it. Liked it. It's okay.
Hated it.
See, this is my thing. What do you
Garbaggio.
think? Garbaggio. This is the thing. I think it was okay. Maroon 5 isn't my favorite band in the world. It was fine. Big Boy and Travis Scott came up for a combined, I think, like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was like, thanks for showing up, man.
It would have been better if they actually, it was their surprises. I don't think anyone talked about it. They shouldn't have announced
Because they
that
want to
they're gonna come
draw
out.
people.
Yeah, it's a Super Bowl. They're going to draw people anyway. Like
No, but they want to draw that demographic, right?
if you want to draw a demographic,
Because there were
then
like a
actually
lot of
Boy.
like people were declining because they were like standing up for Kaepernick, and then here's 2 black guys who were like, yeah, I'll do it.
Exactly. And Big Boy sold out because Outkast said no.
Yeah.
They should.
Well, Outkast says no.
Why didn't they get Ludacris?
Outkast says no to everything. I don't know.
I don't know,
think
but
it's-
I'm saying-
Ludacris.
I'm
Ludacris not
saying
gonna do it.
Outkast said no, but then Big Boy shows up. That's selling out, bro.
I saw Ludacris at a beer festival this summer.
Yeah.
Let alone at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but if he came out saying "Welcome to Atlanta," come on.
No one. Everyone would be
Come
like, "What
on.
song is
Everyone
this?"
knows that.
They could have got Migos or something. Anyway, this is the thing.
They probably refused.
Yeah, they probably will.
Oh, Migos.
This is the thing. Halftime show, you're never gonna you guys. I don't care who they probably put out. You guys probably wouldn't like it anyway.
That's not true, man. Like, I don't even like.
When's the last time you liked a Super Bowl show halftime?
So,
Katy Perry
I thought-
rocked it.
Katy Perry stuff.
Lady Gaga rocked it.
I thought Lady Gaga was okay.
Okay, Lady Gaga
I don't
rocked it.
listen to Bruno Mars, but I thought he was
Bruno
really
Mars
good.
killed it.
Yes, okay.
in
okay,
that
Bruno
one,
Mars is
right?
good.
And here's the problem: Michael Jackson did the halftime show. If you're compared to that, it doesn't matter who you are. You can't live up to the hype.
I don't know. I thought it was okay. Everyone got up in arms at what's his name was taking off his shirt.
Yeah, like what?
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Not take off his shirt, man.
Why? Who cares?
He's singing moves like Jagger to close the
don't
halftime
understand.
show.
Oh, because like we all had a hissy fit when Janet
You know
Jackson's
why?
titty
It was
came
a
out.
breast. You know why.
So a breast is so much more like
No,
sacred than
it was a nipple.
it was a titty.
It was a titty.
It was a titty. One single left titty flapped out. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, I can't show my kids that."
No, but
then you got some
he ripped it off of
skinny
her bra.
tattoo dude dancing around awkwardly, like, and everyone's like, "Oh man, who cares? Like, why is that like okay, and like a titty isn't.
He's pretty built. He's pretty built.
Well, whatever,
nice
man.
body. Say it was sexy. Well, say it.
I just didn't see a big deal about it, but whatever.
I don't care.
I didn't really see a big deal about Janet's action either, but whatever. That's just me.
No, if Justin Timberlake didn't grab it and pull off, it wouldn't have been bad. If it fell out, it would have been like, oh no, what a slip. That's so horrible. Poor man Jackson.
So the highlight of the halftime show was Smythe saying that Sleepy Brown is dead. While Sleepy Brown was right in front of us. We're like, Wells is like, okay, so we're in the bar, and Wells looks up, he's like, oh, Sleepy Brown. I was like, oh, cool, Sleepy Brown. Smythe turns to us, no, he's dead. And we're like, but he's right there.
Can't be sleepy. I was thinking about Nate Dogg.
He went on a deep dive. No, you weren't.
I was
He
thinking
went on a
about
deep dive.
I Googled it. I was thinking about the West Coast version of Sleepy Brown.
So Smythe went on a deep dive. We both showed articles that Sleepy Brown is not dead because it was an internet hoax. And he's like, no, he's dead.
Yeah, you stood by that one.
I was thinking about
He
West Coast.
was right there.
I was thinking West Coast Sleepy Brown. I was thinking about Southern Sleepy Brown. Shout out to Sleepy Brown.
So that was hilarious. I was going to ask about Tony Romo and his performance on the broadcast, but did you really catch anything?
It was tough to hear in the bar.
Yeah, I couldn't really hear it in the bar. So
But he's great. He's probably my favorite.
I heard it was okay, but it wasn't that good of a game. So how much can you really do, right?
If anyone, I like when he calls games. I don't know how to say it to you guys. He's my favorite guy to hear call a game. Only because he kind of knows.
I don't know if he's my favorite right now. He's approaching it.
For me, he's number one.
Yeah, we already went over this though.
Yeah.
Like how the average fan can watch him and he can break down the game better than anyone else can. So I think
probably
that's
good for that.
Yeah.
Good for him getting the Super Bowl.
He's approaching that.
For getting the Super Bowl, it's
Getting the Super Bowl. For being able to call a Super Bowl.
Well, ABC's guy.
No, CBS.
CBS guy. He's CBS guy.
There's only three things that show it.
Nobody else is going to get that.
It's NBC, CBS, and Fox. Next year it's going to be Fox.
Why can't I say good for him, man?
He didn't do anything for it.
He didn't do anything to get it. He was going to do it regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll do it again in 3 years.
I can't be proud of Tony.
Well, at least he got to the Super Bowl finally.
There you go.
They would never put on ESPN, eh? They have to put it on ABC.
They'd be on ABC.
Yeah, because it's probably a bigger reach. Yeah, you're right.
ESPN's a paid channel in the States too, right?
No, I think it's just like TSN here. Like it's a
but obviously
like basic cable ABC would show.
Yeah, being an over-the-air channel, you'll reach more people that way. So it'll never show on ESPN.
But
so
ABC don't show no football. So
yeah. Anyway, anything else you guys want to touch on the game?
Nope.
Yay, Pats. So obviously Bill Belichick, Tom Brady winning as a coach and player pairing. I thought we would list some of our favorites or greatest, depending on who you think about, coach and pairing duos. Do you want to go first on this one, Smythe?
Sure.
Go. Give me one coach and player pairing.
Pop and Tim Duncan. Just the way their personalities, like, they gelled. Like, Pop didn't want to say too much, was quiet. Tim Duncan, like, was the exact example of him for the team. Like, when you look at Tim Duncan was like, I'm going to take this ball, put it in the basket, then I'm going to grab 10 rebounds, and then we're in the basketball game.
4 championships, no?
5.
4.
Maybe
5.
5. Yeah, 5. Okay.
Tim Duncan was literally an extension of the coach, which made the whole team just bought into the system immediately because your superstar player was virtually the coach on the court. So Tim Duncan raised his voice, everyone listened. And
Tim Duncan raised his voice?
Yeah.
Or Popovich raised his
no,
voice?
Tim Duncan yelled at a dude. Like, guy was like, oh man, I really must have messed something up. Because Tim Duncan's raising his voice, and normally it's calm and collective. If you need a 3 in the clutch, Tim will put that in for you, just doing his job. And I felt like that was one of the perfect fits.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You got one, Wes?
I mean, yeah, it's tough, right? Like,
No,
it's
You
like,
have to go
because
through
like
all
you look
history.
at, like, basketball's easy because it's such a smaller roster. And it's like, I don't know, it's easier that way. And I feel like coaching matters a lot more in that sport than, say, baseball, right?
And you see more success.
Yeah, so I had, like, Stockton and Sloan as one. And, like, for baseball, I had Francona and David Ortiz, just to throw a wrench into things.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You got another one there, Smythe?
I mean, I'm going to go with the obvious. Phil Jackson and Kobe, and Phil Jackson and Jordan.
That's another one. Both Jordan and Kobe didn't win a championship without Phil Jackson.
Well, yeah.
And Phil Jackson never won a championship without either.
That was bad. But the fittings were different on both sides. Like, the fitting with Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan was really one of like, I have my guy who I'm going to make a championship team around. Once he had his pieces, he went and got whoever. Like Phil Jackson wasn't afraid to go sign Dennis Rodman. Crazy, he wasn't afraid to bank on Steve Kerr because they sent Beach Armstrong away and they brought in Steve Kerr because you had your guy. He believed in his superstar talent, and those guys had to play for them to win. Unlike Kobe, where Kobe was demanding to get players to win, and it was more like Phil Jackson saw the nostalgia of Jordan with Kobe because you had Shaq at once. You had to let one of those guys go. You could have easily sent Kobe away, but he said, no, Kobe's my guy like Jordan. Takes him up, brings in Paul Gasol.
That wasn't Phil Jackson. That was Dr. Buss. Dr. Buss was the one who sent Shaq away.
Okay. I have no idea. I wasn't there. But I'm just saying, like, Phil Jackson keeps his star because he understands how to win with a Kobe Bryant over a Shaquille O'Neal. And you surround him and just get another guy. You bring Paul Gasol and system repeats as normal sort of thing. So,
I got Bill Russell and Bill Russell.
Bill Russell and Bill Russell?
Yes. He actually coached himself for 2 of those championships back in the 60s. But if you really want to go, it's Red Auerbach, they got 7 championships together. So, whatever. What do you roll your eyes at for? So, Celtics there combined to get 11 championships.
I got...
Red Auerbach considered one of the greatest coaches in NBA history. Plus executive. As a whole, Red Auerbach has something like 16 championships.
Yeah, I was going to say.
16 championships as a coach and an executive. Like that guy,
17. Yeah,
genius.
I also got
Rocket Richard and Dick Irvin.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Rocket Richard has 9 championships. Dick Irvin was there for 4 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but could Dick Irvin speak French? Could he speak French?
He could speak French. He was from Hamilton.
Was he fluent?
He's from Hamilton. Yeah, he was more on the tail end of that Montreal Canadiens dynasty, but probably one of the better teams in NHL history.
I also got Scotty Bowman and Steve Eisman.
Okay, yeah.
Another like just great fit. Another guy that you looked at that you can build a team around. Remember, they had the entire Russian line. Didn't mess with chemistry at all. They were just like, hey, you guys just play together. And I'll have these guys play together. And
that was your favorite time. That was your favorite team at the time.
Yeah, that was my favorite time in hockey. To be honest, hockey, that was my golden years of the NHL. Every game had a player that was must watch.
Those guys won 2 Stanley Cups.
3.
3.
But I don't know if Bowman won the 3rd one.
I don't remember if he was there or not. You're looking at Will Stability.
Yeah.
Nope. You're on your own, bro.
Suck Wells, you're the worst. But yeah, Stevie Y was great. Scotty Bowman was a great coach.
Sweet. All right, so that was that.
Do you have any more?
I gave you 2. You asked for 2. I gave you 2, man. 2. I can give you one more if you want.
Yeah, give me one more.
Jeter and Torrey.
Yep. Number two, Derek Jeter. Obviously, classic Yankees, classic. So Austin Matthews signed for a 5-year, $11.6 cap hit. Wells, you were right on the money that this would get done this season and not in the off season. Right on the money. So that leaves around.
And Smythe was way off
when
he said that he was going to be cast away.
Dead wrong when I said he could be the odd man out.
Well, we all looked at him like he was drinking.
Well, now you just have a different odd man out. So it's not really like...
Who's going to be now?
It could be Marner now.
Yeah? Okay. Until they sign him.
Until they sign him.
Could be Marner.
So at the present time, they have about $8 million left on the cap to play around with.
But you have a lot of guys falling off after this year.
Yeah, they're going to start falling off right now. So, about $8 million to fill the cap. You would think Marner's going to get, 10?
10?
11?
You just gave Austin Matthews 11.5. And who's going to lead this team in scoring? By a large margin this year.
I don't know if it's going to be a large margin.
Do you think Marner's agent is going to go for anything less than 12 at this point?
It depends. Unless they're having the same conversation that they're having with... Because I think the reason why Matthews signed that 5-year deal, not an 8-year deal or a 10-year deal, I think, 8 years max, I think. Anyway, so the only reason he signed 8 years is because they know more money is going to be coming down the pipeline.
Well, that's exactly why.
So they don't want to be in a Connor McDavid situation, which he should definitely fire his agent. They don't want to be in a Connor McDavid situation where they're locked in way too long on that team.
Early. Well, to technically Matthews is going to get another max contract when he's actually in his prime. So I think he won this deal for himself personally because he'll be 26 when this deal's up.
26, 27, yeah. 26,
right around your prime NHL age. And if he's making 11.5 now, he can ask for a raise. It's a great deal for them right now to sign.
And it helps the Leafs out too.
Does?
Well, people were thinking they're going to get 11, 12, 13 cap hit. They were expecting a Connor McDavid contract. That's what people were expecting. So it kind of helps them out. A little bit less money, a couple million less. They got a little bit more money to play with to try and sign Marner now.
They will.
And they will. I think they will.
And they have...
Guys are going to fall off, though. Believe that.
They have $10.3 million to play with next year.
What are you looking at? I'm looking at NHL numbers.
You're looking at guys that are...
I'm looking at the adjusted cap and everything, and it's a 10.3 estimated cap space.
That's right now. And they're going to drop off enough guys to make that happen. You're going to have half of the Marlies are going to be on this team next year, playing with those kids. And they're going to hope they're a great team still. That's what you're really looking at.
10.3.
And that's fine.
Okay, we're looking at two things.
Oh, cap space. What does it say right there?
That's 18, so you got to add the 11. But anyway, whatever. We're looking at two different things. I'm looking at my NHL numbers. But anyway, that's fine. They have between $8 to $11 million to play around.
Yeah, but that's now though. Like when contracts fall off and stuff, they'll have more.
That's what I'm saying.
Fill that with players.
Yeah,
right?
contracts are going to have to.
The question is though, how does Marner now sign for less than 11.5?
Easy. He's a winger. Goals are a premium.
Yeah, centers is the sexier position. So.
Well, they do all the work.
Yeah,
they do all the work.
Yeah,
they score the goals.
So
who are the two highest goal scorers on the team?
I get it.
Who?
Tavares.
And
Matthews.
And what position do they play?
I get it. But
it was a hard question.
I think Marner is going to have a 100-point season.
Cool.
And
with 70 assists.
Yeah. So
someone's putting those in.
And neither Tavares.
Well, okay, so you can.
Or Matthews.
Well, you can go make the argument that Matthews is only scoring because he's tapping in Marner's passes.
Marner and Matthews don't play together.
Or Tavares, or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they did play together for
one game.
But yeah.
One game.
So, yeah, one game.
Yeah, no, it's
you can make the argument Tavares scoring all those goals
because
he's
but
tapping in Marner's goal, tapping in Marner's.
But it's just the positions are premium, and goals are a premium, and you need goals to win the game, right?
But he's a playmaker. Marner is
no doubt. But
arguably their best playmaker. Yeah, arguably,
I would say he is.
Yes,
and that's why also Nylander got paid, right? Because he's a playmaker. And then you have the guys who finish the playmaker.
So for that argument, you can say yes, he can ask for more money.
I don't think he wants to go anywhere. I don't think
nobody wants to go anywhere.
And I think he wants to get what he's deserved. But they'll come up to something that'll work.
They will. I think they will.
And it'll work, man. He said he's going to sign all three. He signed 2.
And Marner is the one that said he wants to be a Leaf.
Well, he's from Ontario, exactly. Right?
So I get it. It's a good place to have him in. But I don't think the agent is going to roll over.
Meaning?
Well, he's already saying they're lowballing him at the start of the season. Now he's going to put up, maybe not 100, but he'll put up 85 to 90 points this year. Mm-hmm. He'll lead the team in scoring. And he's going to say, well, you gave Austin Matthews 11.
Scoring or points?
Points.
Scoring
points.
Points.
Scoring. Well,
that's not scoring. Points.
Yeah, no. Scoring points. It's the same thing.
Anyway. No, it's not. Anyway, he will lead the team in points. Yes, that's fine. Yeah.
And he's going to say, if you gave Austin Matthews this, and he missed this many games, and he did X, Y, Z, we're going to give my guy that played 82 games, gave you this many points. It's a tough conversation.
So are they signing him or not signing him? Do you think they will sign him?
I think they are going to get it done.
Okay. That's all. That's all right. I think they will get it done as well. They're going to drop off contracts. It's a term. I think he probably should sign the same. I think he should sign a 5-year, but I don't know. Hockey players are hockey players, right? They usually like that term and they like to stick around. So we'll see. We got quite a bit of time. Sorry?
Nylander's going to get traded.
Yeah, he's okay. That is my opinion.
We'll see.
And Wells doesn't think so. No. Wells does not think so. All right, so leaving the Leafs alone for a little bit. Got the rest of the season to talk about that. So we'll just jump into some Wells woke.
Yo, what's up? It's been a while, it feels like.
Woke. What's every month? It's every month.
I think we didn't do it in January.
Well, we missed a week. We missed a week.
Yeah, but we still did it in January. Anyway, go on. Go on. We got some Wells.
Any guesses?
This better be good.
I have no idea. I thought it might have been sports related, but I'm like, no, you wouldn't have done that. Oh, it is.
Yeah, sticking to sports.
Interesting.
So I messed around with 2 ideas. I was gonna do the baseball rule changes, but I was like, there's not enough steam there. There's not enough like anger.
Because we'll never see any of them anyways.
We'll talk about later. We'll talk about later in this episode.
But we're gonna go to the biggest baby in maybe all of sports. Definitely NBA.
Ooh,
Kevin Durant.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was gonna go on to this, but you got it now.
So here's the backstory to what this Wells Woke is about.
Did you see the press conference? Okay. I'm just asking. I'm just asking Smite.
So
you're gonna fill in the people here, though.
we all know Kevin Durant's a baby and he's a wuss.
A beta.
Yeah. The biggest beta around. And we know that he ring chased, joined the Warriors to win the championship because he couldn't do it on his own or with Westbrook. So we all know that backstory, right? Yes. We all know, we've talked about it many times. So last week when Porzingis got traded and they freed up all that cap space and there was all the rumors of how, the Knicks now have all this space to get 2 max players. And so the rumors of Durant came out that he would go to New York. And he went silent. He didn't say anything.
For 9 days.
Yeah. I'm working on it, man.
Okay, sorry. I was engaging in his story. I want to show I'm listening.
So what does he do last night? Does a media scrum and brings all the media in. And he breaks the silence only to chastise the media and say they're all idiots, losers, and they need to grow up.
Yeah, man,
they need to grow up.
Yeah, man, grow up.
So he brings them in to to tell them to grow up. When really all he had to do, pretty much, was when there was the rumor starting, he could have just said, hey, man, I don't want to talk about it or leave that for the offseason.
He went on one of his fake Twitter accounts and blasted up.
Well, we're going to get to that. So this is also a man who decides to live his years going year to year. So he's a free agent every year. So he elects to be a free agent every year. So there's, you know what happens when you're a superstar player?
Well, you signed a 2-year deal with an option. So
yeah, but still, he's eligible to.
Yes.
We know he's not going to re-up. So he puts himself in these positions because what do we do when people are free agents, impending free agents? We talk about them, where they're going to go. We speculate. He knows the media will do that. So he chooses to go silent when he could have just came out and said, look, man, I'm not talking about this until next year or until the free agency. And you know what? Okay, fine. That's you signed, you got the contract. It's your choice to do that. You can do that as a free agent. That's what the luxury of the NBA is.
Yes.
Everyone can do that. No, this is the road he's going to take. Tell people to grow up, invite them into media scrum, and basically just blast all the media and crying about it, how he's mistreated and how he comes to the arena every day and they keep asking him. Woe is me. What a rough go, man. You put yourself in this position and now you don't want to deal with it. So, just I'm sick of this dude, man.
A lot of people are.
It's just sick of it, though.
I am, man. I could care less where he goes. We all could care less where he goes, man. Because you know what? Sure, he goes to the team, they're gonna do well, but he doesn't have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Boogie Cousins to put him in their backpack and carry him around to win a championship.
I actually don't care about the media and their woes. I don't care if an athlete goes after the media. I really don't care personally.
But the way he did it,
yeah, personally, I don't care. I don't know why they stick cameras and microphones in these guys' faces. They're not going to say anything. They never do. He doesn't want to talk.
But they know it comes with the territory.
I know it does come with territory. Personally, I believe
this guy's been in the league for 12 years. He knows.
Personally, I believe athletes should be voluntary if they go up and talk to the media.
Well, they can be. He chose to do this.
Yeah, he chose to come and
he chose to not talk for 9 days, and he chose to go do this. So he doesn't have to.
I care where Durant goes because where he goes, it changes the landscape of the NBA. It's exciting that way. I don't know, man. It's a knife that cuts both ways to me because I don't care that Kevin Durant doesn't like the media. I don't care because I don't watch these things anyway. I looked at it because it was in a news cycle, so I looked at it and was like, okay, whatever.
He's taking cues from guess who?
From who?
Guess.
I ain't saying the name.
POTUS.
Who?
He's taking cues from POTUS.
Who's POTUS?
President of the United States.
Oh,
He
president.
brings in the media to tell the media how much he hates the fact that they're talking about
It's a
it.
beta move.
It's a media scrum. He's just creating hype for himself just to do it.
No, have you listened to any of the interviews on with Bill Simmons?
No.
So he's did like 5 or 6 interviews
Exactly.
with Bill Simmons. No, these are actually worth actually listening to.
Right.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about media. He doesn't like them. He doesn't like any of them. He doesn't like
So
talking to them.
he
Really just wants to play
He
basketball.
went on Bill Simmons 5 times how much doesn't like the media.
No, Bill Simmons.
Then he calls in the media and says how much doesn't like that. It's a
Well, it's
an
a thing.
act.
Yeah. But
he
if
knows
you-
what he's doing.
Yeah, it's an act. What do you want from the guy?
I don't know if it's an act. I
Yeah.
think he really wants to just play basketball.
Listen,
They all do.
If he wanted
Yeah.
to play basketball, he'd sign a max deal and play somewhere for 5 years, right? Why does he take the LeBron James approach to free agency and not commit to a team?
Because it's smarter for him.
Because they talk about it every year.
Yeah, it's smarter for him.
I don't
As a
mind
business-
him going-
as a business, it's smarter for him.
Yeah, I don't mind him
Yes,
doing
it is.
that.
Does,
It is.
does he make more than $40 million this year?
Oh, off the court, he probably does.
Off the court, he's making $300 million. It doesn't matter to him. He gave back $4 million. For him, it's smart as business because he adds leverage to himself.
Right.
Just like LeBron James added leverage to him.
And
It's
leverage
smart for him.
on the media. So they want to hear about him. They want to see him. It
I don't know if
totally-
add leverage to the media. It's smart for him.
Totally
But,
makes sense.
yes, like Wells said, this all comes to territory. You sign a 2-year deal, the media's going to ask, where are you going?
Yeah, and he wants that.
This is what they're going to ask. They're going to ask this.
He's having fun.
But
saying
he
doesn't
wants
want
it. But
that,
then he
wants
likes.
that.
It's like anytime someone questions him,
Hey, don't question me.
yeah, like what? You can't have your cake and eat it too, sir.
Yeah.
It's not how it works, man.
I never-
You're a superstar. For all intents and purposes, he's a superstar. So this comes with the territory. If you don't like the media, you don't want to do anything. Go back to OKC, man. Go play in Memphis. Go somewhere where there isn't that big media.
Well, this is my also another thing. It's like you guys aren't media trained yet. You know the best way to get rid of this Kevin Durant? Hey man, I just want to go. Every question I ask you, I just want to go out there and give 110%.
Yeah.
Where are you going next year?
Like-
man, I just want to go out there and give
He
110%.
doesn't say that.
The guide to how to conduct a professional athlete's interview. Just do that. That's all you have to do.
Hey, I just want to go out there and give 110%.
But you guys are talking like
If-
he actually means he doesn't like the media. It's all a facade.
I know.
I don't know.
That's why he's a beta and he's bitch made.
Exactly. You just don't like
He's a
it.
beta.
But he knows what he's doing. He's following LeBron.
I don't know.
Or else he would have signed a 4-year, $60 million deal. Right? He would have took the max if he could. You're going to watch me eat this? Is that what's happening right now?
I'm just watching you and I was like, are you actually going to put this cracker in your mouth?
Anyway, that's the Wells Woke for this month.
Pretty good result.
Stay tuned. Get
As a basketball player, he's okay.
Is he okay?
He's top 3, top 5 player in the world.
He's okay. Top 3, top 5.
He's okay. I mean, like, he's okay.
Contradicting sentences.
I mean, he's okay.
He's beaten LeBron for a championship twice.
No, the
He has?
The Golden State Warriors beat him twice. I don't know. Like
as far as I'm concerned, without him, Cleveland beats them the next 2 years. That's all I'm saying.
didn't they beat them already without him? I'm almost positive they did.
No,
Wills.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
may
Google
have.
that. I'm gonna Google that.
No,
I'm not
are
sure.
you?
I'm
Are
not
you gonna
sure.
Google
I'm
that?
gonna
'Cause
Google
I'll
it.
save it for you.
There is
did
no
it.
Durant.
I'm almost sure the Warriors beat them without them. I'm pretty sure.
But that was no Kyrie Irving
Yeah, okay.
and no Kevin Love.
Kyrie
All right.
Irving.
When Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and LeBron James played Steph Curry,
okay.
Klay Thompson, Draymond Green.
Okay.
Casual.
You have revisionist history on this, Smythe. That's fine. I will say this: in those championship wins, he was arguably the best player in those championship wins. I will say that, arguably.
It's pretty easy when you have other guys make you look good too.
That's another point to it. When you're on arguably one of the best teams of all time, it's pretty easy.
No, but what I'm saying is,
You have 2 of the greatest shooters of all time. No, I gave you your due. He was probably the best player in those
I'm not talking about
championships.
that. I'm saying that when you played
All right.
those three,
Look, man.
those 2-3 against each other, Cleveland
Okay,
won,
whatever.
and they had to get something else, and they got Kevin Durant 2 years in a row. They only lost 1 game. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. All right, so transitioning from that, great Wells woke. Great Wells woke.
I don't
all
get
right.
claps when I do a segment.
So get better.
Get good.
Get on my level.
I just paused to myself. Did this guy just whine about this?
Yeah. He would, man. He would.
I want a cookie too, Dad. Transitioning to the NBA trade deadline.
Right?
Trade deadline. Nothing really
Wow. I can't believe
huge happened.
you're gonna say that.
About an hour ago, Smythe just found out that Marc Gasol got traded to the Raptors. All right, so I guess we'll start off there. So Marc Gasol got traded to the Raptors from the Memphis Grizzlies for JV, DeLon Wright, CJ Miles, and a 2024 second round draft.
2024.
Way in the future.
I don't even know if
That
he'll be
is
alive.
a kid. That is a grade 7 kid right now. Like
Basically.
in biology class.
I don't even know if I'm going to be alive for that. But you know what?
Good for them.
They're probably going to be bad by then. The Raptors are probably going to be bad
Well,
by
it's a
then.
second round.
Yeah.
Second rounder doesn't matter.
Second rounders,
Yeah.
maybe 2 come out of every draft that do well.
Yeah, so I guess they're thinking ahead in that sense. But anyway, me and you kind of had it. No, we actually didn't have it back and forth in the group chat was. But what do you think about this trade? Makes them better, worse?
So it makes them better, but like, I don't know, man. Like, at first I was like, I don't like this deal because I thought it was a big give. Like, we gave up a lot, but I was like thinking about it. I'm like, so do you think Gasol is better than Jonas?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then they win the trade.
Yeah.
Because DeLon Wright, like, as much as you like him, I doubt you would see him in the playoffs.
Nope, you
CJ
shouldn't.
Miles was,
Playing horrible this year.
yeah, he's horrible this year, and they tried to get him to heat up, and he never did. So, you know, we don't need him anymore. And then, again, the 7th grader biology, like, getting traded, like, whatever. That doesn't, no one cares about that.
No.
And so they got the best player in the deal. So usually when that happens, I feel like that team wins. My worries, like, he's 34, man. Like,
And so's LeBron. He hasn't missed a game yet.
LeBron is a freak.
Yeah, he hasn't.
But, like,
Gasol hasn't missed a game in 3 seasons.
are you sure about that?
No, sorry, it was
true.
no,
He's
that's not
sad
true.
for half
He was
of last
Because
year.
I
Yeah,
know
he
he
was
hasn't
hurt.
played this year.
He's not playing.
No, he played all 53 games this year.
Okay.
He did play all this year.
Last
2
year,
two
last
year-
year he missed
last
9
year
games.
Before, yeah, last
The year
missed
before he
some
missed 8 games.
games. Yeah, so
And the year before that,
How many times is he in the All-Star game?
3, I think. I'm not sure. Hang on. I'm gonna
I mean,
look
the
that up.
last 3 years.
Anyway, what do you think about this trade? Go on.
It's hard for me to...
3-time All-Star.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to say the Raptors, like, won this deal.
Also,
Because you're trading a young guy who's strong and tough inside and just gives you, like, right now the Raptors were playing a 2-center attack, so your center was getting 16, 17 minutes at most. You're getting out of him if you needed it. Now you're going to slot Marc Gasol in there. He's not faster. He's not a better rim protector. He's a better, like, mid-range shooter.
actually, he's a better rim protector. He's a better 3-point shooter. He's a better rim. He's a better rim protector. He's a better passer.
8
Yes.
or 9 threes.
So
He shoots
what-
about 34.
So you're going to give him the
What-
ball, run the offense through him? No, you're
no,
not.
I'm not the
He's-
biggest.
No, he can pass.
I'm not the biggest strategy guy in basketball,
Yeah.
so I tend to read up and see what the experts say. And so a quote from someone was that Gasol gives Toronto another pick and pop option to attack the only weakness in the Bucks defense. So apparently he's good at pick and roll,
Yeah. He can shoot and he can pass.
Who else is going to pick and roll? JV.
but better than JV
He's better than JV.
because
Here's the
Gasol
thing.
can shoot.
I think
Yes.
I think he's better at JV right now. And if the
And that's all that
Raptors
the
were
Raptors are
saying
looking
they
for.
don't have the money to keep JV long term, I kind of get it.
What are you talking about?
Like I'm saying, JV's a free agent after
This
next
doesn't have anything to do with next year. This is about
No,
winning
just-
this year.
Even
So-
though they have Gasol probably for 2 years.
the chance
They'll
of
have
this-
him for next year because he'll pick up his player option,
and
which is
He'll
fine.
be 35. The chance of him even being
cares?
healthy by the playoffs
He's pretty
is
good.
low.
He missed
Pretty
8 games last year.
I don't know, man. I don't like him. I don't like it.
No, because you're in love because you were in love with JV.
No,
Just
no,
admit
no,
that.
I'm not
You
in
were
JV.
in love with JV.
JV and Ibaka is fine for your set.
And this is better.
I-
You.
So what are you gonna do
He
with
does the
Ibaka?
exact same thing they were doing now.
sit him on the bench?
No, the same thing they were doing.
So you're gonna start him and bring
They're
Gasol off the bench?
Gasol and they're doing the exact same thing that JV and Ibaka were doing. They're just going to swap them out for in the center sometimes.
So then you're gonna get half a game of Marc Gasol?
Yes, and that's better for Marc Gasol because he doesn't start every game. Because Ibaka will start sometimes, or he doesn't have to play that much. It's going to be better because again, Gasol's going to be on this kind of rest program too because Ibaka's going to take up some of his time. I don't know about some people are saying that Ibaka and Gasol are going to start. That's ridiculous. Siakam's obviously going to start over Ibaka and things. Ibaka's going to, if anything, Ibaka's coming off the bench.
Yeah, well, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So Marc Gasol is, and I've been preaching this for so long. He was the best center in the league for maybe the last 5 years or so.
Maybe
going back.
not the last 5 years.
Now he's not. Now he's not the best center.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's guys better now, but he is that caliber player. You are improving on everything that Jonas Valanciunas does with this guy. Every single thing you're improving. He does everything better. He can shoot, pass, rebound, block. He's a way better defender. Jonas Valanciunas was not a good defender at all. He was just a big body in the middle.
That was his problem. But sometimes you just need it. But
that was his problem. He can't shoot.
With this,
he can't dribble.
With this,
Gasol can do everything better.
JV can finish around the basket extremely well.
But he can't pass out of the block.
I feel like JV probably can get boards better. I'm looking at Gasol's numbers. He's never averaged over double digits for rounds a season. But
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like I'm starting to warm up to it, and I think he's a bit more. I don't know, like.
He's better. He's better. He's a better all-around player.
He's old.
He's not old and slow. He's just
definitely old and slow.
I don't think he's that slow.
I
don't watch. Yeah,
Valanciunas is slow.
What
are you
say he's slower than
But
Valanciunas?
JV's young at least. This guy's old.
What does that mean? Valanciunas is slow.
His body's all broken.
See, you were in love with Valanciunas. You loved Valanciunas.
I thought that what we had going at the center position was the best.
We played 3 last seasons in JV. 3 more seasons in JV.
Yeah.
You were in love with Valanciunas. Just admit it. You were in love with Valanciunas, and now you're hurt that he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. But Marc Gasol is a way better player. I'm way better. Way better. Now, again, this is only for this year. This is what the Raptors are going all in on this year because the rumor mill was swirling around with what Masai was doing. There was even a rumor that Lowry was going to go.
Yeah.
Type thing. So,
well, if they made this trade, I bet you they had Conley and Lowry in that package. Right? And Memphis at the end was like,
that's speculation.
Yeah, speculation. That would have been funny because Conley took Lowry's job in Memphis.
Yeah.
So, and that would be funny if he came over here and took his job.
And won a championship.
Now,
does this make the Raptors championship caliber, you think?
They were there already, yes. I've always said they're the best in the East.
You think this puts them over Boston? This puts them over...
Boston didn't do anything. And I don't know. Boston to me is... They have to show me.
Remember, they have the Raptors number.
Do they?
Yep.
Didn't Raptors beat them once already?
Once.
And they beat them once.
No.
Isn't it 1-1 or 2-1
or 3-1?
No, they haven't played 4 times yet. They have not played 4 times. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. So, yeah, but in the playoffs, it's a whole different story. Anything else you guys want to touch about the Raptors? Monroe went over to the Nets for some cash, so Moose is gone. The Raptors now currently have 10 players on their team.
Yeah.
They have to sign 3 players. They're probably looking for the buyout market. Wesley Matthews is one person that everyone was looking at, but
go to the Pacers.
He got bought out by the Knicks,
yeah,
and now he's going over to the Pacers.
When can players start being bought out?
Now.
Okay, but
now.
we can see it tomorrow. Like
yes, there's a deadline for it though. I don't know when that is. You have to Google that up. So
you guys, are the NBA experts.
The experts. CBA is so complicated. like someone tells me what CBA is.
So who do you guys think they'll get?
I have no idea. Terrence Ross is one there.
But he's not bought out yet.
No, he's not bought out yet.
I don't think he's gonna get bought.
I think they're gonna get. I can name maybe. I think Wayne Ellington they should go after.
Wayne Ellington's a big one that everyone wants.
I heard that Jeremy Lin's gonna get bought out.
Yes.
I think that's another name.
Jeremy Lin's like I've been calling for a while now.
Jeremy Lin would be good. Maybe another playmaker instead of playing
Van Vliet. Even if Van Vliet's playing time.
I would definitely play Jeremy Lin over Van Vliet. Definitely. So that's it. So they have to sign 3 players to fill out the roster because right now they only have 10. We were watching the Raptors game and only seeing 4 guys sitting down,
just hanging out.
just hanging out. Tobias Harris to the Sixers.
Big deal.
From the Clippers. So a lot of people are throwing this up as it puts the Sixers really high in the East.
When they got Jimmy Butler, I thought that they'd be a perennial player, and the Raptors just dismantled them a couple nights ago.
They have their number.
They get Tobias Harris now.
This is okay. I'll say one thing. Sorry, just to interrupt you. JV always played great against Embiid.
I can't wait till you say I miss JV.
But they just beat Philly twice without
without him.
Jonas.
Yeah, this is true.
They have their number. But I'm saying like Jimmy Butler didn't make a difference. I'm not sure Tobias Harris make a difference because he's having his best season this year, but with a max usage rate because there's no one on the Clippers.
Yes, he has a most usage rate.
Now you're going to go to a team where everyone wants the ball. You're going to get the ball rarely.
A lot of mouths to feed now.
He's a spot-up shooter on this team, basically, because he's not getting the ball on the offense.
And who else is? JJ Redick.
But JJ Redick's used to that role. He's been doing that. He's actually one of my favorite role players. But
shoots threes.
Shoots threes.
$20 million.
And he can defend. Yeah, shoot threes, can defend and everything like that.
I mean, so now you're looking at a situation where I'm not sure if he's the guy to get frustrated. Jimmy Butler was already frustrated the offense was going. I think what you do is you start sitting guys before the playoffs. Let Embiid sit a few games. Let Simmons sit a few games. Don't try to get the number 1 seed. It doesn't really matter at this point where you finish.
Well, they're in 5th. Don't you think they want to move up?
They want home court, but with that move, you should be telling yourself we're going to get home court no matter what. Now, do we go for first? We go for second? And
with that, you're just hoping the Pacers fall off. That's what you're basically hoping.
Yeah.
So,
but they are going to fall.
Yeah, they could. They could. They have.
What do you think about the return for the Clippers? Like, what about that aspect of it?
So basically, what they're doing is freeing up space.
Yeah, and they got 2 first-round picks out of it.
Yeah, and 2 round
for an
picks.
expiring contract.
They're doing the same thing.
So they're freeing up space.
Do you not think that's a smart move? Like,
they made a great play. Now they have space to sign Kawhi Leonard and somebody else. That's where their head's at, right?
Because right now they're currently 8th in the West.
Yeah, they
basically saying F, the playoffs.
they don't care
it.
about the playoffs this
No.
year.
They don't care.
They foregone the playoffs,
Which is probably good because they were in first for a while. They obviously fell
Because
down
what do
back
they do?
earth.
They make the playoffs as a 7 or 8 seed with Tobias Harris, and they don't get anything.
Yeah.
And then he leaves, and they don't get anything for return. This is a genius move, I thought.
Well, right
Jerry
now,
West,
they could have.
Yo, watch out for the Clippers, man.
Tobias
Jerry West,
Harris,
watch out for Jerry West.
Harris
man.
was very easy to sign back. It wasn't like he wasn't going to come back if they wanted him.
No,
but I'm just saying, like he'd probably go somewhere else.
No, he doesn't leave. Why does he leave?
Why? Because they can get.
He's
they want to
having-
get other people. Maybe they don't want him.
Yeah, he's
Well,
having,
I mean, they don't.
he's having
They
a
don't want
career
him.
year there. They could have, right? Like he would have signed back. You're right though that they're going.
No, but they didn't want to sign him back.
Yeah, they're hoping for the offseason. But like these LA teams and their big hopes for the offseason aren't panning out, right? And that's what we're seeing right now. I get it, it's LA, it's fantastic, but I hate players don't really want to play there. Second tier guys like going there.
You talking about LA?
Yeah, guys don't want to.
Players
go.
don't like going there. I don't know. Some guy went there the last summer.
Oh man, what was the guy last year? Hang on, I'm gonna Google it. Hang on, wait. Oh, LeBron James went there.
No, Rajon Rondo.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're right. Rajon Rondo went
One
there.
guy.
Lance Stevenson.
But right, Paul George could have went. A lot of guys could have went last year. Didn't go.
I don't know, man. I think like everyone's talking about Tobias Harris here, but I'm thinking long term. I think the Clippers
Oh, the Clippers. I think
made
the
out like bandits here, and they got
I think they won the
the
trade.
sexiest thing in the trades is the 2021 draft pick
In Philly.
from Miami.
Miami's pick.
But it's like,
Miami's always.
but that
playoff
year is
team,
like the double cohort year where
though. High school kids.
high school kids can go in, and you also get your college players. So it's a stacked draft, and they got a first round pick and a second round pick in that draft. What are you looking for, man?
Sorry, I'm just looking at the contracts here. So,
And
yeah.
they also got, like 76ers are obviously all in here. They're going for it. And they got Boban, too.
Yeah, Tobias Harris getting paid $14 million this year. Off the books, obviously. Yeah, genius move for it. Hey, if you look at Jerry West's career, he's always there when great teams are being built. So he was there when Lakers Shaq was there. He was there in Phoenix when they built that Nash team. He was there in Golden State when they built that team. And now he's over in the Clippers. So he's one of the great builders of the NBA. So I would not be surprised if the Clippers got some big free agents there. Anything else you guys want to touch on this one? No? That's done. Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes goes to the Kings.
That's a great move.
Yeah, good for the Kings, man.
They overspent.
Well, it's his current contract, right? So
Yeah,
whatever.
They overspent, but it's a great
Good for them, man.
great. So yeah, I'm very happy for them. I think that's they might make the playoffs. Well, with
I hope
teams,
they do.
With teams trying to jump out now, like with the Clippers saying we don't want eighth, right? I think that leaves good space for them, and they got a good future ahead of them. I don't know.
Harrison Barnes getting paid $24 million and a player option for next year for $25 million.
Which he's taking.
So obviously, which he's taking. Harrison Barnes is a championship champ. Do you have one ring?
Yeah,
Yeah, he has one ring out for the Golden State Warriors.
A, he's got a ring. B, he's a serviceable player.
He's okay.
He's got the length to play defense. He doesn't shoot the ball well. That's his downfall. He really doesn't shoot the ball well. I want to say 40%.
Wait, from three?
No, the field.
Oh, that's
That's
jeez.
the thing. Just doesn't shoot the ball well, right? And that's the thing that can. But you got the length, and you got him playing with Darren Fox, who can make guys better just because he's so fast.
Darren Fox has turned that team around.
Yeah,
The way Darren Fox plays, it's almost infectious to the rest of the team.
yeah. But have you seen him?
Yeah.
He's fast.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
But he plays hard, man. He plays hard all the time. So
Fast and long. They'll get it done in this league.
Zach Randolph went back the other way. I was like, Zach Randolph is still
He
playing.
hasn't played a minute.
I thought Zach Randolph was out of the league.
But another team just dumping money off the books, right? They want Porzingis at a max contract.
Houston, Texas teams, they don't draft. They don't draft. They go for free agents all the time. Well, again, the Mavs drafted Doncic, but whatever. But,
Yeah, and
And
Dirk.
But that's just
But
one.
between Dirk and then they don't draft. Like
I
they
like Mark
always
Cuban.
go in.
Mark Cuban tries to win every year,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it. I'll say that.
Now the big thing about this trade, the Harrison Barnes trade was, did you see the LeBron quote?
Yeah.
That's the big thing about this trade.
Yeah,
it always comes back to LeBron.
Yeah, it is. He got traded mid game
So he got traded. So Harrison Barnes got traded mid game
and taken off the court.
and then taken
No.
off the court.
But he went back and sat down.
Yeah,
No, but I mean, like they were like, "Hey, man, you can't play anymore because we
Yeah.
traded
took him
you."
off, and he went back and sat down.
Like
That
he's shooting
happens.
foul shots. I'm like, "Yo, hey, you gotta come out."
now,
of
what
the game.
LeBron James said was in an Instagram post was under, I think it was a comment section, was huh,
An Instagram post.
So a team trades a player mid game and it's good for the franchise and they're doing what's best for the franchise. But a player asked for a trade a year before and he's selfish and he's greedy and he's not loyal. That was his only point. He is correct. That's what the narrative would say. He is correct.
The thing, well, the point that first of all, he's trying to stick up for Anthony Davis. Come on, stop colluding.
Well, he's sticking up for every player. He's not just sticking up
Sure.
for Anthony Davis.
All
He's sticking up for any player.
When you sign a
LeBron
contract-
James suddenly cares what everyone else, eh?
Now the juxtaposition of that
Isn't he ahead
is
of the players
he's trying.
union?
No, the juxtaposition of that is he's trying to get his guys out of the
Yeah.
He's trying to get
Yeah, like what?
but
You want to talk about Instagram and posts? Like,
Yeah.
look at the picture of no one singing beside him
That was
on the
hilarious.
bench when they got dummied by Indiana.
oh my god, if you are those kids, do you not hate that guy passionately?
It's rough for
If
them.
you're
man.
Andrew Wiggins, don't you hate that guy?
It's rough for those guys, for those young
Passionately.
players. It's like LeBron James could, with a word, say no, don't trade Ball, and he'll stay. And he'll stay. Don't trade Ingram, and he'll stay.
Lonzo.
Lonzo, I say LeVar.
Yeah,
I
you
always
said
say
LeVar.
I always say LeVar. He's back in the news, which I miss that guy so much. I missed him
You
so
know what,
much.
man? Now he just sounds desperate. Now it's rough.
But with a word, he can say, "Yeah, stay." And those guys know, hey, LeBron is kicking me off this team. They know it, and now that they have to go back in that locker room
Yeah. For the
and look at
next
him and go,
6 months, 7 months.
yeah, 4 months or so. Then and look at this guy and go, this guy wants me out of here. This guy wants me out of here, and I gotta go play for this guy now. Wells is watching the Raptors game and we can't see it because we never back.
I just watched Rajon Rondo knock a game-winning shot
Oh,
with LeBron nowhere near it.
as we're talking about LeBron.
Offensive rebound by Rajon Rondo, and he popped it in.
And he's like,
Oh, look, they're all hugging. As I was saying that these guys have to look back and look at the Lakers.
They're all best
We're
friends
now
now.
watching a Lakers game where they're all hugging. It's like, yes, Rondo.
and now they're back in the playoffs.
The Lakers beat Boston. Oh, I didn't even know
Still
this
2
game
games
was on.
out.
Damn it, I forgot this game was on. That would have been a good game to watch.
I don't know. I think New Orleans is kind of playing with fire
Oh, no, we're not there yet.
Why are we talking about New Orleans?
because we're talking about LeBron and what they did to
We're
them.
not there yet. We can get there. Hang on.
Why are we talking about LeBron? He didn't get traded today.
Because we like talking about LeBron.
I know you do, but like, he didn't get traded today.
In fairness, we've only talked about LeBron 3 times on this podcast this
Yeah,
year.
I don't like.
The fact that you can count that as like me saying how many I'm not racist. I know how many black friends I have. Like, you know you've talked about him more
We've talked more about your precious Steelers than we've talked about LeBron in this podcast.
because you guys bring it up. I never bring up the Steelers
you love
ever.
it. You love it.
I never bring up the Steelers. You're always like, oh, so how about Antonio Brown? And I'm like, I don't
Speaking
know,
of
man.
Antonio Brown, you want to talk about Antonio Brown?
Yeah, I think it's time.
No, I want to talk. You heard what happened to him?
Huh?
You heard what happened to him?
I don't care, man.
The
I don't
domestic,
care.
The domestic thing?
No, you got in trouble again. Don't leave him alone, man. Leave those guys alone.
It's a charge going back from January.
Yeah.
Domestic dispute, not domestic violence. Domestic dispute.
It's okay.
So,
Just gotta fight. Shine.
Anyways, back to LeBron.
and the fact that he had that Photoshop of him in a San Francisco jersey. We can talk. I can go all day
All
about
day.
the Steelers.
Yeah, about those guys. There's so much to talk about. Yeah, though, Harrison Barnes, I think it's a great trade.
Yeah,
Sacramento,
good trade.
they're gonna be better.
Fultz to the Magic.
Yeah, man. Like,
Can't why would Orlando do this?
why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they?
What do they have to lose, man? They don't have a point guard.
They don't have anything.
Yeah, they don't have anything.
It's
man.
just-
I think this is a great, like,
It's
by
kind of a reset. For Fultz.
very, very, very low.
Yeah, it's kind of a reset for Fultz. So it's the player that we saw in college. Hopefully, we can get that out of him. I think that's what Magic are doing. It's very low for them.
Yeah, I guess.
So
Training expiring contract with Simmons?
Big L for the 76ers, though, man.
Why? Oh, because they're
Because they traded up to get him.
They're, you know what?
And then
they
they
traded up to get him.
Danny
Yeah.
Ainge we talked about him bludgeoning other GMs. This was a bludgeon and a half.
By who?
Danny Ainge.
What do you mean?
You mean when
he
they
made the trade and he took Tatum?
For full-
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bludgeoning. It's just it's and that this is the end. This is like you lost that deal, right? This is now it. You traded him for, and now Jonathan Simmons is a great guy.
Yeah,
he's
he'll
gonna
fit in.
help you right
He's
now.
fine.
He will help you this year.
They also got a first round pick and a second round pick.
Yeah, but the first round pick is
It's gonna be high.
top 20 protected, and it's
Oh.
from OKC, and that's for next year. So if OKC finishes in the top 20,
Yeah.
then it turns into a second round pick. So really,
It's a second rounder.
yeah.
So whatever.
But
Not a
like
big deal.
that's a pretty buy low.
Yeah, it's my low. No, I don't.
For a
fault
number one pick in the draft, that's as
Well,
good
the
as it's
number one
gonna
pick
get.
overall.
Yeah.
This is the problem with this, and it happens in every league. That number one pick title is going to follow him everywhere he goes. So while people are thinking Fultz, they're going to expect big things out of him.
But dude, it's the NBA. Like,
But the thing is, he's not a number one pick. He shouldn't even been drafted in the top 10. Fultz.
but they traded up to get him,
I know.
That's
that
the
was
point.
their
and
mistake.
he was a top
That was
5.
their
Like,
mistake. But he's not that quote unquote caliber of player.
If he could knock down a 15-foot mid-range jump shot, he would be worth the money. He'd be John
No,
Wall.
he wouldn't.
He'd be
He
John.
needs to knock down threes.
Yeah, he'd be John
he
Wall.
needs to knock down threes.
No, you know what? He was never a three-point shooter. We know we weren't
he
getting
was.
that.
Well, in college he was.
In college, he was. For sure, in college, he was. He was knocking down shots in
Not a
college.
good one. Like I'm
No,
saying,
he was really good in college, but then he.
not a
Then he came to
three-point
NBA.
guy.
I mean,
something
then he was shooting 26% in the NBA.
Yeah,
at
but he
three.
wasn't a great three-point shooter. I don't think in college. Like he was. They weren't like, oh my god, he shoots
I'm sure
three.
he was.
No, I think.
I don't know, man. It's college though, right? It's different.
Yeah, it's a different
Yeah,
game.
I think it was fast, and he could knock down pull step back jumpers. But anyway,
Knicks buy out Wesley Matthews. I think they also got rid of Cantor too. Yeah, they released Cantor.
yeah.
And they're keeping DJ for some reason. DeAndre Jordan.
Well, I mean, whatever. He's off the books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
next
it
year.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I
They
guess.
probably
Yeah,
asked-
don't buy him out. Just
They probably asked him. He was like, it's fine.
He's like, "What do you want to do? You want to play here? Yeah, sure, whatever."
Paydays are
Sure,
done.
whatever.
As long as he's gonna leave, and another team's gonna jump to grab him.
Mike Conley was another name being floated around, but the Grizzlies decided to keep him. My guess is they couldn't get anything but good for him, or what they thought would be good.
Kyle Lowry wasn't good enough.
So the other two things that were going on in the news. So everyone, including you two guys,
Wait. Are we done talking about trades?
you got anything else?
Oh, one of the bigger trades of the day. I thought maybe one of the key trades.
Go on.
Nikola Mirotic.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
This was huge.
Yeah,
My
this is a
bad,
great,
my
great,
bad.
this is a
I
great
forgot
pickup,
this
man.
This is huge.
Is it huge?
Yes, this makes Milwaukee competitive. Mirotic is a great basketball.
I would have
player.
liked him to come to our team.
He can shoot threes.
No, he can
He
do
can spread the
everything.
floor.
stretch the
He
floor.
can stretch the floor. He can rebound.
He
He
can
can
shoot
shoot
threes. He can defend. He's tough. He's
Now
gritty.
this is my thing. Now I was paying attention to shows all day, and all they kept saying is Milwaukee's going to be a tough out. Milwaukee's going to be a tough out. Who's the second best player in Milwaukee?
Chris Middleton.
Would you be comfortable giving that guy $30 million a year?
I don't know, man. He's an all-star.
Would you be comfortable giving that guy $30 million a year?
I wouldn't be
No.
comfortable giving anyone $30 million a year.
Yeah. Not my money.
Well,
Yeah.
in the NBA standards, would you give that guy $30 million?
No,
a year?
he's
Mike
not-
Conley
and
makes
he's not-
what, 35 a year? Yeah,
Something
sure.
like that, 35.
He's not a $30 million player. If you're asking, you're
Yes.
right. He is not.
So Chris Middleton's the second best player on that team, and you're expecting.
No, they have Drew Bledsoe. They now Brook Lopez.
You think Drew Bledsoe is better than Chris?
Chris Middleton's an
Middleton right
all-star.
now?
this year?
This year.
It's his first time there.
He's an all-star?
Yeah,
This
it's,
year.
it's his first round. It's
So
his
he's-
first
he's an
we'll
all-star.
see. We'll see how many times that guy makes.
Yeah,
that
it's his
all-star
first
game.
round.
He's an all-star.
I get it.
You can't
No,
deny it.
He's a good player. I get it. But I think
He's
this
not
team.
worth $35 million. He is not.
But he's not
that's-
making $30 million.
Who
No,
is?
sorry.
Who is, really?
a second tier player. He's not a second tier. Would you put in the same bracket as a Paul
No,
George?
but, like, numbers don't lie, man.
But here's the thing. How long has Middleton been there? Or, he's been there for a while.
yeah, he's been there for.
This team turned around when Bledsoe got to this team.
Okay.
Uh,
I say when Giannis got drafted.
No, they were
Oh, and,
good,
and they developed him.
but they were an easy out, right? When Drew Bledsoe came
this is my
over,
point.
they
This is my
became a
point.
faster team.
Chris Middleton's your second best player. No, I'm gonna say it. They won't win a first round.
I know, but who cares? You're gone. So it doesn't matter what you say.
So they won't win the first
Bucks
round?
will not win the first round.
yeah, that's like,
I'll take your money.
yeah. Who's the number
I will
17
take your
that'll
money, man.
beat them in the playoffs?
I will take your money over Charlotte or Miami. I'll take your money.
think of a team that's going to beat them in the bottom four.
I was actually thinking. I was like Miami, Detroit, it's
Charlotte.
gonna be Miami, Detroit, Washington, Detroit, Charlotte.
The
One
Yeah,
of those-
yeah. Give me your money.
No, Nets. I think will finish higher.
Nets are in 6th.
Yeah, I think they're.
You tell me Milwaukee won't be top 2?
No, Milwaukee would be top 2.
Okay, then you're going to be
100%.
facing
Anywhere
Washington,
between,
Detroit.
No,
Like,
they.
realistically,
This is
you
a hot
say-
take. This is my sizzling hot take. They will not
This
win
is
the first
spicy.
round.
This is cayenne
They
pepper.
will not win the first
But
round.
you don't even believe that when you say it. Like it does.
No, I do.
You're
I do
saying
believe
it, and we're just like, okay,
They are
whatever.
pumping teams.
Like, come on.
And
No,
they just
They're
got,
virtually the best team in the NBA right
You know
now.
who was also pumping teams last year? They're Portland Trailblazers. They were beating teams too.
Yeah, but come on.
They played Anthony Davis in the first round.
Look,
They're-
you're in the West is different. It's a different mentality, man.
right.
Like you gotta beat the final boss in Golden State. In the East, it's wide open. They're dominating. They're killing everyone, man.
Really and true. When I said it, really and truly, it doesn't matter who they play.
of course.
But they could lose the first round.
Of course, they could lose. Any team could lose.
No, not any team could lose first round.
Oh, do you think that Toronto, if they match
No,
with
they're
Boston
not.
first round, they can't lose? Of course they can
Well,
lose.
they're not going to face Boston in the first round.
You're right.
Here's
Here's the thing.
And like they give up
but
nothing.
they could lose a first
They
round.
gave up nothing for
You
him.
bring in Mirotic, you have
But-
Bledsoe, you have Middleton, you have Brogdon, you have Lopez, and you have Giannis. That's the toughest out in the East.
No, what is it?
I think they're better than the Raptors right now. The way
The
Toronto's
Bucks?
playing, I think so. I think so.
I mean,
right, you guys- all right.
They pumped the Raptors last week.
I don't think they're as good as their positioning is. That's what I fully mean. They're
They
I
are the
think
best
listen,
teams.
I think
You know
no,
what? And it's
they're
new
not
to
that
you.
good.
You haven't seen them there before, so you can say that. I get it. But if you watch these guys play,
I do watch them play. They're not that good.
they have a coach that
They
understands
put
the
up
system.
150 last night.
They are not good in the playoffs. They will not
Oh,
be good
in
in
the
the playoffs.
playoffs.
They
Oh,
won't.
okay,
I'm
all right.
telling you, right? Okay.
Okay.
All I'm
Okay.
saying is
Because they didn't have Brook Lopez last
they
year in the
have a
playoffs. They
coach
didn't have
that is,
Mirotic last
they
year in
have
the
a
playoffs.
coach that is used to winning. This
Yeah,
guy
they
made
have a new
Atlanta.
coach.
They have
All right.
they have a 60-win team in Atlanta with nobody,
All right.
and now he's got arguably the best player in the league.
I fully believe they are the fourth best team, fifth best team in the East. Fifth.
You're wrong.
When everyone's healthy, I think if Oladipo was there, they could have beat Bucks.
But he's
Sixers,
not there.
no, he's not there. Sixers, Boston, and Toronto can beat them in the playoffs. All those teams can beat them in the playoffs.
And you know what? You're not going to know to the playoffs. So I'm not
No, I'm
going to
not.
argue with you. But I am saying that when they play all those teams, Miami or Milwaukee's stomping them.
No, not stopping.
Stomping. It's hard to find a team that could contain Giannis. Giannis had
You
one.
key on Giannis, and that's it. But
They've
anyway,
only
that's-
lost 3 times in
I
the
understand
new
regular
year,
season. I understand the regular season.
and they're
Nuggets is another
stomping on people.
Nuggets is another team where I don't believe them. They're a regular season darling.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
same
not.
with
That's they're really
not
just,
talking
they're
about
really
them.
unproven.
This trade's huge, man. Like,
Milwaukee's unproven. What are you talking about? Denver's unproven. Milwaukee's unproven. Milwaukee hasn't done anything yet in the playoffs.
but you know, on the flip side, what happened to Atlanta when Budenholzer was the coach and they went to the playoffs?
Well, no, they ran to LeBron James 2 years in a row,
But what happened to them?
and they got fired. They
They
got
went to the
swept.
no, they got to the conference finals. That's the point.
Yeah.
They went to the conference finals.
And
That's
then they
the
saw
point.
LeBron.
I can't believe they fired him, man.
They fired him. Well, every coach goes
It's
to
the
fired.
Hawks. What do you want from them? It's the Hawks.
LeBron gets coaches fired. His
Yeah,
coach. And
either
other
way,
coaches. Yeah.
either way.
Another name. So you went off on KD earlier, Wells. Another name that was around was Kyrie Irving.
What was around about him? They just-
No, again, rumors to New York and stuff like that. And he
Oh,
said he
He
would.
doesn't owe Boston nothing.
Now he came out and said he doesn't
See,
owe
he said,
Boston.
I don't owe
anything.
him.
We're never watching.
That's what he said, man.
I hope you message me at like 7 p.m. So I'm like, yo, but yeah.
But did he not say that?
Yeah, he did say that. He did say
Okay,
that.
I'm just trying to be as authentic to the people. They deserve authenticity.
But yeah, I love it
Why do you love it?
because here's
He's right. He doesn't owe anybody anything. He owes himself something. He doesn't owe anybody else.
he owes himself, but like he's I don't know what's going on with him. He's having a rough year, man. Like when you think of the last month of Kyrie,
I don't know what's
Irving,
going on with him.
Kyrie Irving was like, yo, I want to win so bad. Like I understand these guys just won't get it. Then he calls LeBron James and apologizes, like, you don't want to play with LeBron again. Then he turns on, he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do after this
This
season.
guy might be bipolar.
And you're watching all these kids on the team like, yo, what is this guy going to do? They don't want him there. Let's be frank.
Bill Simmons says, he's like, which NBA player is happy? Could you point out an NBA player that's actually happy?
Pascal Siakam's happy.
They all want to leave.
Giannis is happy.
We'll see what happens when his contract's up. We'll see what happens.
Yo, this guy went on the microphone at the beginning of the season in Boston and said he wants to stay there.
Yeah.
He also said the world was round again.
Yeah. No, he said it was flat.
He apologized for saying it was
He
flat.
apologized for that same.
This guy, I think he's bipolar, man. I think he's
He's different.
I think
He's a different
I
cat,
think
man.
he just says what's on his head all the time. He's just like he can't keep himself contained.
he's a
The
weird
camera's in
dude.
his
He's
face
a
too
weird
much.
dude to come from Duke, man.
In Cleveland, the camera wasn't in his face a lot, so he could stay low. Now the camera's in his face all the time, and he's just splurting out there.
You believe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like when they were
That's
terrible,
a
no one wanted
that's
to talk
a
to them.
that's a sad take.
What? Why?
the camera was never his face in Cleveland? The cameras are always on in Cleveland
No,
because
but the mic's
you
not.
know who.
He's not chit chat. He's not like talking his mouth off. Now in Boston, he's the guy. So the camera's in his face every night. He's not even playing, and they're interviewing him.
This is true.
It's a lot.
I'm gonna ask you guys: should he stay or should he go? Like, whatever, we got time to talk about that.
Okay.
Should he stay or should he?
It doesn't matter. And you guys were both of the opinion that AD should have been traded, but he did not get traded. What do you guys think about that?
That's a big miss, man.
What do you think about that, Wells?
I think they wrecked the Lakers
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, based on the win, it didn't.
Well, look what happened
Yeah.
2 nights ago in Indiana without Victor Oladipo.
Maybe it
They
was only
They
one-
lost by 42.
Maybe it was only one game. They wrecked them.
Well,
But
you know
they did it on
what?
purpose.
Trade deadline's over. All the players are still intact, so
Yeah.
that has to relieve some stress.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what happened the other night. Is we're like, well, we don't know if we're going to be a Laker tomorrow or whatever, right? Trade deadline's done. They're going to be on the team for the rest of the year. It kind of eases some minds, probably, right? So, you know,
Now, if you're Pelicans, do you play AD for the rest of the year, or
You have to. What are you gonna do now?
you can sit him and say he's injured? I'm pretty sure the NBA would
buy him
step
out. No,
in. Imagine.
I think
I'm pretty sure the NBA would step in and say you can't. do that, but-
I don't get why they didn't trade him, but
it's
because you can
such a
get more.
stupid-
just you're waiting for one team, Boston.
Yes, because they're now in the mix. You can get more now. Now, let me ask you this though.
But you're getting him for.
Let me ask you this, Wells. Do you think the Lakers are going to offer that package?
No.
That same package?
Nope.
So they're going to take away less now in the offseason?
Yeah, they
I
have
think
to.
the Lakers.
No, they want him.
But
They
like,
want him.
But you'd be paying for 2 playoffs
It's not
against
2 playoffs.
one.
They're
you
paying
are.
for the rest of the time. They're going to sign him. That's their whole thing.
They don't know
sign.
yet, though.
Yeah.
And you can't make a trade based off if they sign or not. That's like illegal.
I
think.
think.
Well, everyone thinks they're going to sign. He's going
I
to sign
think
there.
the
So
Lakers-
they're
But what
gonna
if he
try
doesn't?
to-
Paul,
Yeah.
like
I guess. What's he going to do? Go to LA and leave?
I think the
Why
Lakers
not?
are gonna walk away from the deal.
maybe he's like, I don't want to play with LeBron.
I think he gets traded to Boston. And he leaves anyways after 1 year in Boston. He has to sign in Boston.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Lakers don't want that. Lakers do not want. They want him next year. Because think about this.
Maybe LeBron doesn't. I don't. Maybe he doesn't
No,
want to play
he
with
definitely
LeBron though. What if he?
That
What
might
if
be
he plays
possible.
1 year with him and he's like, yo, screw this guy?
You were right. You were asking the right questions now, Wells. But this is my thing with Lakers, though. They want him. This is another year of LeBron. So now he's 35 years old now next year. LeBron. Like, they need... So, if they don't get AD, and let's say, for example, Boston takes him away, what are they supposed to do now? Are they going to sign another player? Or are they going to wait for AD? This is the questions they have to ask
I'm going to
themselves.
sign another player, and they're still going to sign AD, unless he goes somewhere.
So let me give you another scenario. So Jimmy Butler and Klay Thompson says they want to come play.
Where?
What do you do? Lakers.
That's probably a better fit.
What do you do though?
sign them both.
Knowing that AD wants to come.
Yeah.
So you sign them both and say forget.
Here's
your
what's
team's
going to
better.
happen.
You have a better team.
Draft night this year. If the Lakers don't trade for him by then, he ain't going there. Because that's your last time to get him before Boston's available.
If the Lakers can pull a Klay Thompson and Jimmy
I'm
Butler,
just throwing it out there. I don't know if they're.
But even if they
But
just
those
get,
are better fits, I think, for
if
LeBron.
they just get
Klay Thompson's a second, like he's a star, but he's not like he doesn't need the spotlight.
I think Klay Thompson
he's
is
a
the
catch and
perfect
shoot.
No, I think Klay Thompson
Yeah,
is the
totally.
perfect guy
yeah,
for
he's a
LeBron.
catch and shoot player, right?
He doesn't dribble.
He doesn't have to.
He dribbles 11 times and scores 40 points.
Yeah.
Like he is the perfect player for LeBron James. So
But so if he comes and you wait another year and then get AD, you're fine. LeBron starts getting old. Who cares? You'll be fine as long as he can play.
I'm just saying.
I
Like
don't
now
think
the Lakers.
I don't think they can sign AD if they have Klay and
they
LeBron, right?
No, they can't. That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to play.
So if they
Klay
can't
$1
get
billion.
if they can't get AD this offseason, they have a lot to think about. It's like, do we sign a guy and wait for AD, or do we not sign anybody and still wait for AD? Yeah, they're gonna have a lot. That's why they wanted it. The Lakers definitely wanted it done today.
I
Yeah.
know
They definitely wanted it done today. But the Pelicans now are like, they stuck a big middle finger up to him. Like,
they're
we're not
so
doing it today.
dumb. Like, why do you
It's
have
not
that?
dumb.
You're gonna
Now
have
they have
that
more-
sitting in your locker the whole time.
Let me ask you this: another thing. If you're the Knicks, would you trade the #1 pick for AD? Wells?
No,
Why? Wow.
because it's a pretty stacked draft. At least top 5.
Would you, Smith?
It is a top 5. If I'm the Knicks,
Let's say, for example, they got the #1 pick. I'm just throwing it out there. They got #1 picks. The Knicks got the #1 pick.
Which
you get the
all
number
signs
one
are
pick-
pointing to probably.
and you have,
They have.
if you have a rib on Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, then no.
Yeah,
you
that's
have-
why I don't think.
No,
the
for
Knicks-
AD. I'm saying for AD.
I know that's what I'm saying. If you have,
Why would you care?
if you have on 2 stars, no, because you have the future and the present, and that can be part of you winning now.
So you're throwing that in the equation?
Yeah. If you don't, if you know already that KD re-upped and everyone re-upped and you're not getting anything, now it's another thing you consider.
You don't. Okay. You
consider a
don't
star
know
attraction.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie are coming. You're still
No,
not trading for it.
I'm not trading that pick.
Wow.
You can trade it
Alright.
later because he's not going anywhere in the offseason.
Who? AD? You don't know that.
No, you don't. But I don't.
Pelicans came to you right now. I want that pick.
I
and I'll
think
give it to you.
because
You're gonna wait.
You can make your draft and wait till the offseason starts.
No, I'm trading that pick.
At the draft.
Yep. If they said, hey, you can have 80 for number one pick, trading.
That's it, just straight up.
Straight up.
No,
Okay, that's
It will
different.
never be straight up.
It can't be straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
There's no
because
You have
shot.
to
money has
put,
to be
well,
involved.
the Knicks have to throw some stuff in.
And they don't even have the salary to match right now.
But I don't think that's a fair trade. Like Anthony Davis was a number one pick.
Well, if you're getting
but
number one
he's-
pick, you're getting Zion Williams. That's the thing.
do you think he's as good as Anthony Davis right now?
No, I don't.
No. No.
That's why
So
I would
it would start with the first overall
Okay,
pick
you have
and
to throw
then
some stuff in
some.
there. Okay, you have to throw
Yeah,
some stuff in there.
you have
But
to match
that's what I'm
salaries.
asking.
Forget everything else.
Okay,
You
that's
gotta
what I'm
match-
asking.
You don't need salaries.
Yeah, you
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Why? The Knicks have tons of
The
space.
NBA's 10%.
Okay, then you throw in. I don't know.
Yeah, you're throwing in.
You're
But
throwing in guys. Who
Yeah.
cares? But that's not what I'm asking. You're
But
throwing
like
guys,
they
but
would
that's what
like
I'm
if I'm the Pelicans, I'd be like, no, give me more because the Lakers were offering
number one pick?
half their team.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Zion Williams for 7 years.
Yeah, but how good is he going to be in the NBA? I
don't
don't
know.
think he's going to be the first
I
pick.
don't know.
I don't think he's going to be the first pick.
If I wouldn't pick him number one.
You know what's
That's the
crazy?
deal.
I don't
But
think.
you're either getting RJ Barrett or Zion Williams.
No, I don't think it's going to be either of those.
Who would you take?
John Morant.
No. That's not happening.
Have you seen this guy play?
No, that's not happening. That's not happening.
How do you know?
Number one pick? I'm not disputing how good he is, Wells. I'm not disputing that. He's not going to be the number
Here's
one pick.
what I'm saying.
Why? He can do everything.
I don't
in
think-
this NBA.
I don't think anybody can pass up Zion Williamson.
I do.
Okay, you're crazy. But you know what AD is. What is Zion Williams going to be in the NBA?
I don't know.
man.
What is
that
RJ Barrett going to be in the NBA?
He's shooting the ball. He's shooting poorly.
What is he
right
going to be?
now. At
At
volume.
worst, it could be Wiggins.
Yeah. Do you want that?
That's what I'm saying. You know what AD is.
Do you trade AD?
See, that's why I would trade away the pick. Because I know what AD is.
Yeah.
So I would trade that right away.
You have a cornerstone to build nothing with.
But again, so now you got all these teams coming in and stuff like that. I'm not disputing how good he is, Wells. I'm not disputing that.
Let him-
I just
No, because the
not saying
NBA
that.
draft that Nat had him as number one last for 2 weeks, and now they put Zion back up.
Yeah.
Zion Williams going number one.
So
That's
the hype
period.
is there. The hype train is so high.
I don't know how good he's going to be. That's my whole thing. I don't know where to put him in this NBA.
If he starts shooting threes, he'll be the greatest thing
he doesn't
since
shoot
sliced
threes.
bread.
Well, the first shot of his career in Duke was a 3, and he hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't shoot threes at that.
No, he got a lot, but he shoots a decent
He's
percentage.
He's 6'6" and he dunks. What is that in this NBA? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Can he post up? Can he whatever?
At best, you're hoping.
He's LeBron
He's
James.
small. No, he's Blake Griffin. He's not going to be LeBron James. He's not a playmaker like that.
Oh yeah.
You're
sorry.
hoping he's Blake Griffin, but he's shorter than Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
He's bigger than Blake Griffin, but he's shorter than Blake Griffin. I don't know what Zion Williams is going to be. That's my whole beef. But this is like the whole Fultz thing. There's so much hype around Zion Williams. He's going number one.
Yeah.
Whether he deserves it or not, Wells, he's going to go number one.
The curse of number one.
Yeah. So I got completely lost on what we're talking. I think that was it for trade deadlines. Unless you had any other trade.
No.
You know, did you watch the Golden State Lakers game? I think you did. That was like a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. It was just funny because I saw this on go across Twitter that Mark Jackson was because when the first deal went through, Mark Jackson was like, "Oh, Pelicans should take that right now," and then Van Gundy was like, "No, they should wait. I don't understand. They should wait." Oh, you're just being greedy. You just be greedy and blah blah. Then I come to find out that Mark Jackson is on Clutch Sports. Clutch Sports represents it. So you got Clutch Sports all over the league trying to help these guys get this player. That was a bit awkward there. That was just funny.
I feel like the Pelicans are gonna get burned.
Pardon me?
I feel like the Pelicans are gonna get burned at the end.
No, they're getting something. They're definitely getting something. So players, I'm telling you, teams want this guy. That deal that Lakers offered is going to be there now, and it's going to be there later. They're still going to offer those 3 players. Anything else from trade deadline? You guys want to touch on? Nothing else. So Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, they got some old fogey All-Star nod.
Never heard of this one before.
They just added in this year. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's a
Guys that are retiring.
I can't remember what it's called. It's called a legacy nod or something. I think they just made it up right now. They made it up this year so Dwayne Wade and Dirk
LeBron
Nowitzki
can
get
play
in the
together.
All-Star game. No, they are in the All-Star game.
I know that Dirk or LeBron and Wade can play together one more time.
Yeah, I think Wade is on. Yeah, Wade is on LeBron's team. They just made the All-Star selections today. Miami is retiring Chris Bosh's jersey.
Good for them. Grab him 2 rings.
I don't even know where the bar is for retiring jerseys, Wells.
Here's my thing.
I have no idea. Wait, the bar is so low. Do you know Ben Wallace's jersey's retired?
Why not? He won a championship.
This bar he was like the third best player in that team. Chris Bosh was the third best player in the team.
In the year. But Chris Bosh bought Miami 2 rings.
Did he or did LeBron do it? And Dwayne Wade?
LeBron and Wade, they wouldn't have won without him. You can't.
This is a very heavy LeBron episode, guys.
You could argue that.
They wouldn't have won without
Very
Chris
heavy.
Bosh.
It's something you love,
And
man.
Chris Bosh wanted to still play, and he couldn't. You know what? It was a great, classy move. And they did it before the Raptors did.
Yeah, which is like they on principle they should have been like, well, we'll wait until the Raptors retire.
No, because the Raptors didn't do it. They had time to do it, and they have not.
Maybe they just don't want to do it yet.
Okay, whatever.
Like why? We're like trying to win here.
They're going to retire Chris Bosh jersey in Raptors. You think?
I mean, they'll honor him probably. There's like 3 Raptors that might get honored. That's it.
If the first Raptors jersey retired isn't DeRozan, there's something.
Yeah, maybe they're waiting for that. That's why.
DeRozan has to be the first. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it, Smythe.
He's probably thinking Vince Carter.
I'm not. I don't know.
Who should be the first?
I think it should be DeRozan too.
Okay,
but if it's Chris Bosh because the way his career ended, I wouldn't be upset.
I don't know. Retiring jerseys to me is like the bar is so low. It's like I can probably get a jersey retired up in the Raptors right now.
Well, what do you think you have to do it?
Something of significance. He was the third best player in that Miami team, Chris Bosh.
Yeah, but he won 2 championships, and he
as a third best player,
and he
in
had
that
to
team.
retire because of injury.
I understand that.
It was tragic.
But he was the third best player in that team.
And he's the only guy that stayed and took a max deal when everyone else left.
Dwayne Wade came back.
Yeah.
Did they retire Shaq's jersey too?
Yeah. And he played 1 season or whatever.
It was like 2 or 3
He played 2 years.
Yeah, they retired his.
Jeez.
Is Shaq the only guy jersey retired every team he played
This
on?
news broke when we were recording Horseplay the other night, so we were talking about it then.
What did you guys say about it?
Just I don't know, like we were just like talking about it, and then we were talking about, and DeFeo was going over who they retired, and they retired everyone. So like I think Robert Horry, like
We no numbers left. You gotta wear number 77. Why? Everything else is retired. When the 76 is
Robert Horry.
it's number 1, right?
Chris Bosh? Yeah, it's number 1. We want some NHL news. Craig Anderson said he wants to stay in Ottawa as their goaltender.
Well, at least someone does.
Good job.
Why? I don't understand why.
Why not, man?
Why do hockey players do this? I don't
Bill
understand.
Legacy.
Isn't his wife like
Yeah, she's from
sick and or
there. I
was
thought
sick?
is she from there? Whatever. I'm not gonna. These guys are trying to get these Stone and
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we were talking about.
yeah. Go on.
Okay. There's 4 numbers retired by the Miami Heat. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
I'm looking at something else.
man.
Put it down. Put it down.
Stop,
Put it
I'm
down.
looking at something else. Go on. I'm looking at something else. Go on.
Can you name all 4?
Numbers or
Not
the
including so the
Morning.
players. The players.
Morning.
Yeah.
players? Shaq.
Yeah.
You gonna
Tim
help me out
Hardaway.
here?
Tim Hardaway.
Ooh, nice pull.
And one more.
One more.
Pat Riley.
I'll give you a hint. He doesn't even play for them or never has.
Pat Riley.
Oh, Michael Jordan. I remember that. Yeah.
You know, Miami's a great organization. That's respect.
Remember, that was around the same time that LeBron James said we should retire 23 around the league.
Around the league, like Gretzky.
And everyone just laughed.
Why not? I don't see.
If anything, it should be Bill Russell. It should be number 6, but like, whatever.
No, Bill Russell's got the same kind of respect.
Get out of here, man.
Everyone respects MJ as a GOAT, retire the jersey. And then Kobe would be like, about 24 and 8. And we'll be like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Kobe would be like 24. Is that how he sounds?
We'll be like, nah.
Sorry, Craig Anderson.
Yeah, Craig Anderson wants out.
No, you sure you
No,
want
he
it
wants
in?
Sorry, wants in.
And we don't care. Like, thanks for that snippet, but like, I don't care.
I mean, they're trying to get rid of Duchesne, Stone. Just
Are they? Because I thought they wanted to resign them.
Everyone wanted to resign one, I think.
Yeah, they should probably trade Stone.
Stone. Really? Not Duchesne?
Duchesne's going to cost a lot.
To resign. No, to resign. It's gonna
Yeah,
cost a lot.
but they
So
can get a
shouldn't they
lot from him.
Yeah, it's more value.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
No, I mean, no, you're right. They could get a lot for him if they traded him.
more value.
That's what I'm saying. So, wait,
both.
what did you say? Keep Stone? No, I'm all confused.
No, trade both. Just trade both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trade
blow
both.
it up.
I mean,
The
they are
team's
where
ass.
they're supposed to be. It's not like
The team's cheeks.
they're magically should have been better. They're where they're supposed to be. Leave them alone.
They're horrible, man.
Yeah, they suck. What do you want from them?
They're horrible. Like, I was watching that Leafs game. Like, God, like, you guys celebrating that you beat Ottawa? Ottawa? Anyway.
A win's a win, dog.
Yep, 2 points. Need them all.
It's the NHL, man. Every team's good except for
playoffs-
Anaheim.
The playoffs started tomorrow. The Leafs will be a happy team.
Where would they be?
Why they be playing Boston? No. Oh, did the Habs win tonight?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
they play Montreal.
Bring it on.
It's the gold line.
I love how you guys are just
4-0.
Yeah,
I got-
4-0. Like,
Actually, 3-0 because the beatdown be so bad that the Habs be
Tony
like,
Shaw for the record.
no more. Oh, that's Italian, but
ne pas play.
I love how you guys are just wanting
Nespa,
Montreal.
Nespa.
I love how you guys just want Montreal.
Yeah, I
that's
do.
it's hilarious. That's fine. That's fine.
I want the tears of Max Domi on the ice
Oh god.
after Jake Muzzin destroys him.
Oh, can we just stop forbidden honor Muzzin's appearance?
So you want to talk
Bobby
about
Orr?
retiring numbers?
Right?
Muzzin?
This guy came into this city and he was like, "Hey, this is my time."
I closed my eyes for a second, opened it. I thought it was Bobby Orr flying in front of there, man. It was crazy.
This guy.
Man, you Leaf fans.
He's a different player.
But you
than
know what,
Bobby Orr.
though?
You Leaf fans,
I will
man.
say
Like
this, man.
this guy is like Jesus come down to
This
earth.
guy knew what they wanted and he gave them a flair.
How much points he has? 4 points?
Yeah,
Like 3
It's
games?
not about points with him, though.
No,
No,
he's
it's not.
just
Look at how the crowd reacts when he hits someone.
yes. He's just
That sequence he had the other night where he threw Corey Perry into the bench,
Yep.
drew a penalty, and then scored a goal
the
on
power
said
play.
drew
It-
I
penalty.
think you're talking about the Anaheim game. That was
Yeah, the
it
other
was
night.
he just like he knew how to make an entrance. That's an entrance. And I'm happy for him, man. Sometimes I generally feel happy for people. I felt happy for him.
He's changing that whole blue line,
Yep.
and it's for the best.
yeah.
And like everyone's gonna look at you, like you want to say points, but like it's not about points with him because like first of all he's gonna make
It's not.
people scared to go into the corners that he's in, right? Because no one else in Leafs would throw a body check, but now he will. And then also what you do is you put Hainsey down lower with someone like Dermott who is better than Zaitsev, right? Like we can all agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And or Ozhiganov. Like now Dermott is playing with a veteran. No, Ozhiganov's terrible. Like,
Yeah.
There's a reason.
There's a set of event that shouldn't be in the NHL
Yeah.
on that team.
Yeah, but now everyone benefits from it, right?
Oh,
like,
I'll be honest. It was a great move. Everyone was like, "This is a good thing." I had a lot of pressure on this guy, but he came and he was like, "I'm gonna make a name for myself."
and he's just gonna do what he's always done in LA and just the same game. And there's nothing changing, no pressure. He's just gonna be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go do this,
Go do
and
my thing.
throw some guys."
He's a
over
plus
the-
one as a Maple Leaf so far.
And now you're gonna get praised for it forever. That's the difference in Toronto. The difference in Toronto is
We
they
won
will-
a Stanley Cup with
they'll
the,
love
the
you
Kings.
forever. Yeah, but do we know when he got traded over? Everyone was like, "Who is this guy? Who's this new guy?" It's not
wasn't.
Drew Doughty. You weren't. You're a sports person. I mean, people that watch the Leafs and only watch the Leafs were like,
Oh, fair enough.
"It's not
Like
Drew
you,
Doughty. Who is this guy?" Right?
like you.
I knew who he was. Thank you.
Yeah, only because you play NHL 19.
That's right. Because I know a lot about hockey because I have the video game. Thank you very much.
You guys done? You guys can put it back in your pants?
No.
But I don't think I'm going crazy here. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying he's the second coming of Paul Coffey or anything.
No.
Man, if you listen to Toronto radio, you think I think he
Yeah,
was.
that's what I'm saying. Is he made an entrance and everyone loves him, and I'm very happy for
He's
the
the
guy.
shiny new toy, man.
Very happy for him, man. Good for you. Good for you. Man.
Because we're not used to this, all right? Leaf fans are not used to this.
especially in Toronto.
Like, look what happened when we traded for Dion Phaneuf. He could have been the same player that he was in Calgary, and what did he do? He was all reserved.
Took
and,
the C.
Yeah, he took the C, and then he was like,
Whose fault was that?
well,
The Leafs.
organization. Brian Burke.
Organization.
I'm just-
They
But,
like- But
overvalued
like,
him.
do you understand like all the failure of signings and trades that we've made over the last bazillion years?
Hopefully
And
this
then
one
now
works
we
out.
finally get stuff working out. And what do we complain about? How much is Mitch Marner going to cost? We should be so lucky to have these guys. Like everyone's like, "Oh, that cap hit's way too high for Matthews." I'm like, dude, you have a once in a like franchise player.
I was at work and I was
That cap hit is not too high for
I
Matthews.
was at work and they were like, "Man, these greedy players are getting 11 million." I was like, "You think that's a lot in sports?" I was like,
But, yeah,
in
that
hockey,
cap
in
hit
hockey,
is-
it's
Yeah,
also-
I read a thing that he would be the 109th highest player in the NBA if he took
Yeah.
that much
Yeah.
per year.
Yeah.
In hockey, it's good. In hockey, it's a big contract.
Sure, well,
That
it's
is-
a percentage of the cap, right?
But it's
like,
not a big cap hit because it's a number
It's
one.
16%.
That's a big
It's
cap.
16%.
He's a number one draft pick.
But it's
No.
still a big cap hit.
Yeah, but like he's the best player on the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, I'm like, that's
Like,
not a
how
big-
do you
for
not?
that's not a big like a big cap hit for them. It's 13.5 or whatever. Because you
I'm
think
not saying he
of,
doesn't deserve it, but it is a big cap hit. It is
well,
big.
here's my thing. You take what McDavid got, and then you look at how
No,
the
you
cap's
can't-
gone
you
up.
can't- you
If
can't compare him to
then it should
McDavid.
be 13.5.
Look, you know what? Matthews is the best player on the team. He is now the highest player on the team, and
That's
he will
it.
continue to be that.
Yeah.
So that's all that he cares about. He's on the team for the another 5 years. Just anyways,
The win is that
we're not used to seeing
I
things
know,
work
it's
out
not
for
success.
us.
Yeah.
We have some fans in Vancouver as well.
Sorry.
Get used to the least.
Hey, man, they're in a playoff spot, so
Yeah, there you go.
Well, they're used to like runs at the cup.
are they?
The one.
The one.
The one.
Remember that time?
Well, they did have.
And then you tore up your city.
Remember that? Right? Yeah. Remember
you
that
don't
time?
get a Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
anymore.
you guys did not behave well after losing that game. I will say that's.
Well, I'm just saying they've had recent runs.
After how nice you guys were at the Olympics the
Right?
year before, I was in Vancouver. It was great. We had a great time, and then I go watch the Stanley Cup playoffs next year, and you guys are tearing apart that beautiful city. You guys don't get anything for a while.
Shame
Sorry,
on you guys.
you lost to Sedins. Now you're losing Stanley. Now you're losing the playoffs. You got Pedersen.
And you're trading Pedersen.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go more in deep dive in the next episode of the NHL because we're approaching the trade deadline. I think in 2 weeks or so. I can't remember how long.
Yeah.
Anyway, so got a long time to talk about that, and next week's episode coming a lot sooner than not. Last thing I think we'll touch on some MLB rule proposals. Some MLB rule.
Why you say no?
Because how many of these you ever see go through?
Not a lot. Not a lot. The big
But if
one,
they do go through and we didn't talk about them, how would you feel?
Exactly.
Horrible.
So the big one I think is a DH in the National League,
Yeah.
which I think is long overdue.
Yep. And it won't happen.
It won't happen.
Tradition? Why? Well,
Tradition.
why? Why?
I don't know, man. Because on one hand, you have tradition, like, we got to keep it this way. But then on the other hand, you're like, but ban the shift. So tradition,
I don't like that.
like, I don't know, man. It's just like,
You know, my thing is, I think the NL, I like their rules better. I like the fact that the pitcher has to hit, because you can't. Because my big thing is like when pitchers throw at players, another player has to face that person. So if you're on the field, you have to go up and hit. I like that better. But as a product, as getting jobs, as seeing more professional hitters, the DH is probably better. So you're saving your pitchers.
there's like
because nothing is worse than trying to see a pitcher.
There's
I like-
one,
there's
there's
I
one
like
pitcher
how-
that legitimately can hit in this league right now.
there's a couple okay hitters.
Like they're okay. There's no.
There's one legit hitter.
Who?
Latami. The only guy.
No.
Only guy.
Bumgarner
Boggarner's bats what?
and Greinke.
Yeah, Greinke. I was gonna say Greinke. Yeah.
What are
And
they?
there's a couple other guys. Like Woodruff
Like,
hit a
they're
home
okay.
run in the playoffs.
Like Bumgarner and Greinke are okay. They're not gonna give you 40 home runs. Like they get
No.
they're not going up there and
But if you
embarrassing
gave him a
themselves.
full season.
Yeah, but they're not gonna get. They're not gonna embarrass.
Are they hitting
themselves.
over 200? That's where I'm like, a pitcher's over 200. That's respectable.
Yeah, I think Bumgarner's like 233
Like,
career.
you know what I mean? Like it's like
Anyway, sorry. What?
No, I just think like you got to choose one way or the other, and I think it's going to go to DH because
It
then
is,
you get
it is.
more offense, right? So-
And you're saving your. It's more like saving your pitchers.
well, the problem you have right now is
And
that
more offense for
if
100%.
you have in the National League, pitchers don't really pitch complete games because they don't want them hitting that second time.
no one pitches.
Second
No one
time,
pitches.
No one
pitches
pitches complete
complete
games
yeah,
anymore.
the second time through that rotation, they switch a pitcher because they don't want them to hit if there's anyone in the scoring position, right?
Well,
so
not-
sometimes the
not
pitcher
entirely true.
will be doing fine, and they just pull them because that's when that happens.
On another note, expanding the roster to 26.
I'm
I think
fine
they
with
should,
that.
I think they should have done this a while ago. They're probably going to add more pitchers to that.
The max is 12 though, I think.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You're right. There's a max on pitchers. So yeah,
12 and 14.
Because later on in the years when they expand the roster too, right?
40. Yeah.
Yes. So why not just have it the whole year?
Well,
22nd.
because minor leagues are done in
Yeah, that's
September.
why. So they bring up some guys. I don't know. Just have an up and down system. Where
They
guys
have
can come
the
in.
26-man roster on doubleheaders. You can bring up an extra person already. So it's not like they haven't used it before, but it's strictly only for that.
Sorry, what's the roster at right now?
25.
25. Okay.
It's one extra dude. Who cares?
Jesus, guys.
Sorry, I didn't know what to expand. They probably should expand it even more, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. 20-second pitch clock. They'll implement it and they'll never enforce it.
No, they're gonna have to if they implement it.
There'll be a time.
They
on the
have to
pitches.
because then you can get coaches being like, "Hey, man,
It's too fast though. They're not going to do it.
do you know
not
that
that fast.
in independent league there's a 12-second pitch clock and it
That's
works?"
quick. That actually makes sense to me. I don't need 20 seconds is a long time.
Yeah, but there's a lot of strategy in baseball. They don't want to
You
they
know
don't
the
want to
strategy.
sacrifice the actual strategy element of thinking of a pitch.
Wait, what's the
pick what
strategy?
you're gonna throw.
What's the strategy?
The catcher's sitting there calling the game. The pitch gets thrown. The guy's his back. He adjusts himself.
He
The
needs
catcher
20
looks at
seconds to
everything.
pick the pitch?
He looks at everything. He picks the next pitch based on like where the batter is, what the symbols are coming at, what the runner's doing. There's so much going on in baseball that we're not in front of, obviously, that I think you need time. And sometimes there's
20 seconds to pick a pitch.
there's important at bats. It's not just based on picking a pitch. Is that runner going to go? What symbol's coming from here? Is it a hit or run?
All right.
What everyone's thinking.
We understand how baseball goes. Reducing mound visits.
They already did this.
Again?
I thought they did. I was like, this is a new rule. So they want to reduce mound visits from 6 to 5.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
They just implemented to 6 last year. 6 mounds visits.
Which means, like, what was the number before that? 6 seems very logical.
In tie games, putting a runner on second. I hate that rule.
That's just silly.
I don't like that. They do it in the minors already.
Have you seen a game where they've done that? Wells?
No.
No.
So the first base hit wins, basically. That's ridiculous.
Well,
Well,
trying to get
it goes both ways.
Yeah. Going back to a 15-day DL. Yeah, okay, whatever. Reducing September rosters to 28. So basically what MLB is trying to do is speed up the games. Quote unquote, speed up the games. They're not really trying to speed up the games because, again, we've talked about this on the show. If you're not going to take out the commercials,
The game's not going to go fast.
it's not going to go faster. You're trying to knock out 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. It's not going to go any faster with these stupid rule changes.
The game's 3 hours long.
Knock out the commercials. Have in-game commercials. That's my whole thing. Have in-game commercials.
It's in the bottom corner.
Put it in the bottom corner. There's a commercial there. Put something flashing across the screen. Have the announcer say, hey, I'm drinking a Coke. Do that.
Anything. But our company's going to pay millions of dollars for those same slides.
It's on the, but the thing is, if they add in-game commercials, guess what? They're not taking away the regular commercials. They'll have in-game commercials
And regular commercials.
plus those commercials.
Well, those-
so
the
MLB
regular-
is not trying.
That's the thing. It's like, oh, we can show commercials now and we can show them. Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Great idea.
So this is
You're not taking money away from the teams or the
No.
broadcasters.
Putting commercials
It's
in the
not
back walls is a
happening.
commercial at all times.
So kids, I'm telling you, you hear MLB talking about we want to shorten the games, laugh, yawn. It's not happening. They're not doing it because they have to take away commercials. That's the only way to reduce games. Try and figure out ways to put more offense in the games.
Yeah,
Baseball's
like steroids.
Yeah, they did that
Probably.
once.
They did that once.
They did that once. And it was great baseball. So there's also that.
Yeah.
Well, pitching now has changed now, I think, from that era, I guess.
Oh, they hit more home runs now. Every ball comes 100 miles an
Well,
hour.
this is the beef because I've always tried to rack my brain trying to figure out. You can always think about basketball and stuff like that. How do you add more offense? How do you do this in baseball? How do you add more offense in baseball? You can't.
Oh, they want to take away the shift.
How many runs do you think that would add up to?
We'll probably add a run.
Thing is, more home runs are hit ever now than they were before.
Yeah.
So
it's
it's
gonna
just there's no one on base to.
What if you eliminate pitch outs, like throw the batter out trying to steal a base?
What?
You eliminate people trying to catch people stealing, so you can't throw to first to stop a guy from
Why?
stealing a base.
That makes no sense.
That slows the game down.
Pick off.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about slowing the game down. I don't care about that. The
I'm
game is
saying.
not going to speed up.
He's talking about getting more offense.
If you eliminate a pickoff,
But like, the offense is fine. I don't know what.
at baseball,
I want more. I'm sorry. I want more.
What
I want to see.
You want more. You don't watch any.
I watch some Jays games.
But the problem last
But
year,
the thing is- but the thing is
problem
that-
isn't offense. There's no 2-1 games in baseball. There's
I mean, there could
average-
be.
there's-
That's baseball. One night's 2, next week's 12, 10.
Yeah,
Like,
but team score average 6-7 runs a game, right?
the average game is like 8 runs between both teams.
But I'm going back to 2 years ago when the Dodgers were killing it in the playoffs, and you couldn't take your eyes off it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want more. I want 8 is not enough in my opinion.
So watch the Colorado Rockies play every night.
That's true. I can't watch that.
If you really want to watch offense, there you go.
Well, I'm just saying, trying to
Put a
add
rocket
more
ship
offense.
on
But
the ball.
the thing is, hard to add offense to a game where the defense. I missed what he said
Put
completely.
a rocket ship on the ball. So you touch it, just flies out of the stadium.
All right. This
No,
has been
it's-
episode 54.
It's hard to add offense to a game where the defense controls the ball.
Well, it's just you could add offense by eliminating 2 or 3 things.
Or become a fan of defense. Appreciate it more. What?
When it comes to baseball, he's a traditionalist. Leave the game alone. Only when it comes to baseball, leave the game alone.
I think they scored just fine.
No, I want more.
What I don't like is
You,
all the
no, but
strikeouts.
you are a classic example of this, Smythe. When the Dodgers 2 years ago were killing games and going 10-5, you couldn't keep your eyes off it.
It was great baseball.
You don't watch baseball now, and they're scoring 8 runs.
He's watching baseball now because the Jays suck.
You're bored now because you're like, I don't want to watch baseball. It's boring. But if you can promise yourself 10 runs by your team every game,
The problem with baseball right
You would
now
pay more attention.
is players are hitting home runs or striking out. So
Yeah,
now
or
That's not a
walking.
problem. Yeah.
we're missing a lot. And
It's called the 3 true outcomes.
Yeah. A lot of runs aren't being scored technically because guys aren't trying to get to second or guys aren't
That's fair.
stealing. Double steals,
That's fair.
that's gone.
Yeah, I don't know how you eliminate that. Baseball's tough to add offense.
But you know what? The game evolves. The game changes,
It does.
right?
Oh.
So eventually it'll change and people will adapt and hitters will have different launch angles with their swings. And
If you got rid of pickoffs,
I don't like that idea at all. But
I'm saying, if you did-
I don't
we're,
understand.
we're not talking about that one anymore.
We're not talking. That's I
You
don't
already
understand.
pitched it once, and I didn't think it was going to come back
them
again.
pitchers got to pitch it fast. Everything has to go to a
I don't
different, to a
understand.
different level.
We're just gonna let people
Or
steal all over the
limit how
place.
many times they do it. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you can do stuff.
But the thing is, with the shift, people want to eliminate the shift. But I think you got to wait till this generation coming up starts playing baseball because they've grown up now with the shift.
Yeah.
They'll
You can't-
learn.
it's-
how to,
it's
they'll learn
baseball
how to-
evolving.
Eliminate players position
can't.
themselves to
No,
catch
you
the
can't.
ball
That's
better.
stupid.
That's the most
It's
ridiculous
not
thing
gonna
you've ever heard in your
happen.
life.
Well, the proposal I heard was all infielders need to keep a foot in the infield. That's the proposal was. So they can't shift all around.
Yeah.
But
It's just, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
it's not. I don't like it. I don't.
Hey,
even
his
if they
foot's
did
not on
do
the
it.
line. That's a free base. Look at his foot. Instant
Yeah.
replay. Instant replay.
Who's that voice?
When the pitch was pitched, his foot was inside.
Who's that supposed to be? Is that a baseball fan?
It's a coach. It's a coach. It's a coach that he throws the challenge flag because they'll bring
No,
the
I agree.
challenge flag into baseball.
I do agree with you, Wells. I don't think the shift should be eliminated. It's a strategy.
I don't think it will, and I don't like it won't.
No,
It
it's
just
a
won't
next
happen.
gen.
Is it on that proposal? No.
No, but a lot of people are throwing it out. It's no one from baseball throwing it out there. It's a lot of talking heads and whatnot. So whatever. Anything else you guys want to talk about rule changes? Nothing.
What would that pitcher change?
What pitcher change?
The relief pitchers. How to pitch the three
Minimum
people.
three,
Oh, sorry.
3 batters.
I think that's the best rule of the bunch.
Do you like it, Wells? When he said it, I don't like it.
I don't. You know what? I don't mind it,
Yeah.
but it's going to ruin a lot of careers.
Yeah. A lot of guys
My
can't
dream,
pitch
my
anymore.
dream of having a son who's left-handed, taking a back seat. Yeah,
I think that's a great rule.
I guess
I think that'll change the game a lot.
that would definitely change the game.
yeah.
Now, do you want to change the game at that level? That's the question you have to like.
The only reason I don't like it is because the changing of the pitchers is a strategy. So now you're taking away a strat. Like people have one pitcher to place one batter, like late in games. Like
A lot of pitchers.
I can see the benefit to it. Let me say it this way: if they implement it, I wouldn't care. I would say okay. If they didn't implement it, I wouldn't care
It
either.
would change the outcome of many games.
yeah,
Yeah.
or at least how it's played.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think we did a podcast.
Yeah, I feel like we're done.
I think we did a podcast. We got to go because Smythe got to do a lot of editing.
It's not that bad. It's all in one section, man.
No, it's not.
You actually have to listen to our podcast. I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, Jesus. Anyway, tell the people where they can get. Tell the people where they can find us, Smythe.
You can find the Team Podcast everywhere you like to have your podcast. So that's Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere that you get your pods. You can also find us on our favorite social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and my personal favorite, Tumblr.
Hold on. Throw out your PlayStation. Now that we're all playing on the PlayStation. What's your PlayStation?
Wow. My PSN is chocolate brown. You can also find us. We have a Team Podcast community group, so you can request or join us there and game with us whenever we get on. We're very good at Apex Legends and NHL 19.
Wells?
You can find me on the Horseplay Podcast on iTunes, and we're debuting a new segment next week that is like, just tune in to find out. It's going to be funny. We're actually putting like work into this.
Whoa. I'll be
Maybe
the
you
judge
should
of
say
that.
what the segment is.
I'll be the judge of that.
I'll tease you. We're bringing in a correspondent from England every week to talk about the Premiership.
Really?
So it's going to be a little 2-minute segment
2 minutes.
with a local English person every week, a different person every week.
A different person.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. You guys are going to enjoy it. Just tune in.
Who they know in England?
You can also find us on Instagram, horseplay_podcast, and you can find me on Instagram at Veepin52.
Throw your PlayStation.
Sauce
handle.
Boss.
Sauce?
He spells it really weird.
SAUCSEBAWSE. Sauce Boss.
Sauce
Get
Boss.
wrecked on Fortnite.
And of course, you can find all this podcast goodness on the Park Daily, theparkdaily.com. All our podcasts there, the Horseplay. You can find some archived podcasts there. Now, for sure, we got a few podcasts coming up. We got a basketball roundtable. We got a review, me and Casey, another cartoon coming up. So we're going to be launching those pretty soon. Oscars are coming up soon, so we're going to be launching another podcast on that. We're going to get another movie review since we missed out on the last one, so we got to figure that out with Wells and Aaron of More Movies podcast. And of course, you can find me, Nash Dwayne, on PlayStation, or tweet at Nash Dwayne on PlayStation, Nash Dwayne on Instagram, or tweet at me, Nash_the team. Get at me. Look at all my hot takes, like my hot take that the Milwaukee Bucks will not be out the first round.
Nash, Wells, and Smythe host the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.